What's up, everybody? Welcome to Talking Again podcast. I am your host, Fidel. This is The TAP. Thank you for tuning in, and please make sure and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to click on the notification bell. You can also find the show on all your popular podcast platforms such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or wherever you listen. Let's get this show started.
Talking about podcasts, it's like in general, dude. There's so many podcasts.
Oh my God! The biggest thing with my my old co-host was like we're getting in just at the perfect time. I'm like, nah, man, we missed that wave, bro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We missed that wave. And that's what I used to say all the time. We missed the wave, but it's fun. I'm still gonna do this because it's fun. I like doing it. It's cool. I don't care if I get 30 views or if I get 140 or 300.
Even
views.
just for you on a personal level, how many connections have you made just because
Oh,
people
yeah.
came?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you hear people's stories that are just, oh fuck, that's,
Yeah.
you know, other people have it worse or better than me. Like
Yeah.
that's fucking cool.
Yeah, I used to say I don't need any new friends, and I'm glad that I can call a lot of these people that I've talked to friends.
Really?
You know, I can consider them a friend. Maybe we're not gonna go hang out or anything. Like, you know who Ray Corona?
Yeah.
I consider him a friend.
The boxing.
Yeah. I even though now the most communication we have is on social media, but when we do, it's always a friendly conversation that we have. You know, it might be like something that he might post, and I'll give my 2 cents about it, and then he comes back and he'll do something, he'll say something, or he'll send me a direct message, and then
Nah, he's a cool dude.
and then that's a friend.
He was on the Jaime Munguia. He was referring not the Jaime Munguia fight, but I think there was an undercard.
undercard? Yeah,
on the undercard. I saw him and I was like, oh, what? I was like, damn, that's
Yeah.
the dude that was on Fidel's podcast. Hi.
Yeah. He was the most worked referee in all of 2019
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But in
Yeah.
California.
In
He's
California,
CSAC.
Yeah.
in California.
Those dudes. Which is the other one?
The guy that always does
Those dudes always work the California fights.
Yeah, Dave, no.
No, that's a judge.
Wise, no.
He's a real estate agent too. Yeah.
He's
always
always
in
the WBC
California.
guy. He always wears green, right? When he's in the ring.
No, I'm talking about the white guy.
Yeah.
The white guy, right? Does he always wear green?
A lot of times he does. Sometimes when it's a WBC fight, I think he wears green.
Oh, what's this?
He refers to him a lot on the podcast.
I forgot the name.
I forgot his name too.
It's not Dave Moretti. That's a judge.
Yeah, Dave Murray's a judge.
What's his name?
What's his
That's
name?
Jack.
Jack
Reese.
Reese.
Jack
Oh,
Reese.
so yeah.
Yeah.
So check
Yeah.
this out. I was doing home health aid. So I was working as a home health aide, and I had I was working for a lawyer. His name I was working for a lawyer, but he knew Jack Reese.
Yeah.
Jack Reese he's a real estate agent in California, and the refereeing is kind of like his. Well, because they have like a lot of slow times or slow like sections of the year, so he does but he's just fucking good ref. He got criticism for one fight. I forgot which one it was. He like stopped it early, but I think I might have.
Most recently, right?
Yeah, people were giving him shit, but it's like, dude, he's in there. Like he has the experience. He knows when, especially with the fucking late, like the boxers dying recently.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
There was a lot of boxers died last
you
year.
gotta be crazy. You gotta be, you know.
I mean, when I was talking to Ray Corona, that was one of the biggest things was fighter safety.
Yeah.
And he was that was actually, matter of fact, that's how I got on the show. Was
He wanted to talk about
he
that?
was refereeing John Molina Jr.'s fight, and I was watching that at home, and I sent him a direct message during the fight or right after the fight. I just said, man, thanks for stopping that fight, because I don't think John Molina would have gave up, and he stopped that fight. But yeah, and I was just like, man, thanks for stopping that fight. Like, not too many refs do that now. Not too many of them are so concerned for fighter safety as they should, or maybe they're just not as smart or experienced. I don't know. And dude, he reached out right away that same day. It's like as if he sat down in between fights and he reached out and he said, dude, when I get back from town, because I'm gonna go out of town, when I get back, I'll come on the show. Dude, man of his word, he came back and he hit me up and he came on the show.
That's a guy that cares for the fighters.
Yeah.
Like you said,
I think there's a lot of pressure on referees for all the backlash that they know it's gonna happen. Like even immediately after, they might throw stuff at you, the fans.
Well, even sometimes just knowing the fighters, they don't want to fucking get stopped, So when the ref stops them, you always see on TV where they're like saying shit to the ref, like, no, what the fuck is this?
Right.
Like, I could still go. It's like, dude, you don't understand. Like your fucking brain is like getting rattled in there, and like the biggest thing I think is the whole weight cut. Like it's just you know.
Well, that's like the leading cause of most deaths in boxing is the weight cutting, right?
Nasty weight cut,
You know?
Yeah, to put him at put you at a weak point.
But like you were talking about with the fighters that I don't want to give up and whatever. It's most fighters are like that, right? The warriors, they have heart of champions, and then you have Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.
Yeah.
Right?
What did he say? His hand, bro. His fucking his nose. His this. Oh, you're dude. And to be honest, he was giving a good fucking fight.
It was good.
He
just gassed out or something. I don't know. Or maybe he felt the punch. It was too much power for him. But have you guys ever seen a broken nose? In boxing.
I've seen broken jaws. Broken jaws with.
Because I
don't think he had a broken nose.
I don't think he had a broken nose. He was bleeding from the nose, but I don't know. I fucking bled from the nose from sparring. It's just it's annoying, you know. Yeah. And Daniel Jacobs was starting to pick up the pace, but I don't think his nose was broken.
Even Senior was like shaking his head, just like God damn. Yeah. Like almost in disappointment, huh?
Well, you have him, and then you compare him to Oscar Valdez. Legit broken jaw, still finished the fight and won. Yeah. Had his fucking mouth or his whole mouth shut with braces for like months after the fight, but he's one of those like that's a guerrero right there.
Yeah.
Where Chavez Jr. it's like you have millions, you get hit in the face, and you're like, fuck, do I really want to do this shit?
Does he have millions, or does Daddy have millions?
No.
He has.
I was thinking about Chavez Jr. It's like, would he really care about winning a championship? Because no matter what, he just shows up and they're gonna pay him.
Yeah. That's the thing about watch him. Just for his name, like
we're still talking about all his fights.
Let's get the mic closer to you. Shit. No, it's all good, but let's just get it closer to you.
Go.
Yeah, people are gonna watch him regardless of if he does good or he doesn't. People watch him, so it's like, would he even care? He's still gonna get paid.
Yeah. Well, just the name alone. Yeah. Just the name alone.
If he fights again, I'm sure like he'll probably, if it's not that big of a venue, he could probably sell it out just because of the name.
Didn't he challenge Canelo?
Yeah, Canelo. They were fucking lame, dude.
Didn't he just challenge him?
Yeah.
And what Canelo
that's because the money's there. Who doesn't want to fight? Everybody wants to fight Canelo.
Right now, it's crazy, huh? But what do you guys think about him? Stepping up, moving up in weight, and fighting different guys, and
props.
Is he putting himself a little bit vulnerable like that, or is he smart? Does he know? Is he picking his opponents right? Like Floyd Mayweather was picking his opponents correctly, right?
No, he's picking his opponents right.
I think now he's at the point in the beginning of his career. That's how it was, but now he's at the point where 60 to 68, he'll smash anybody.
Well, if you see what happened with Kovalev, it was a big, big jump in weight. 1 and 2. He's a crusher. Kovalev can fight.
Yeah.
Kovalev can fucking fight, but he didn't. I don't even think within 3-4 months he fought after he got knocked out. Or no, he won the fight with. Fuck, who did he fight?
Kovalev?
Yeah, he fought before the guy before Canelo.
I know because that guy said that.
But he took a fucking beating in the fight, like, and then Canelo came with the offer.
He got dropped in that last fight, Kovalev's last fight.
Yeah, he did.
But the only reason why they took the Canelo fight took Kovalev is because he's old already.
He's old,
in his prime when he was fighting Andre Ward.
He didn't give him enough time to rest.
Yeah.
The fight was soon after the last fight, which was a fucking
Alvarez,
war of a fight.
The other guy's name is Alvarez. The guy that Kovalev fought?
No.
Yeah, it was.
You're thinking of later Alvarez.
Wasn't it?
Yeah. No, he fought some other guy in Russia. Fuck, I forgot his name. I think he was undefeated at the time. And like he definitely took some damage in that fight. With the later Alvarez, we saw like he got fucking dropped 3 times, I think. And then Canelo offers him the fight that you can't refuse because it's his biggest payday after a fight that was fucking rough.
Yeah.
And like he was probably already gassed from the last camp. Now he's got to go right back into another camp, like, and then Canelo fresh going up in weight with the skill that he has.
But he vacated his title at 75 at that weight class, 175.
Right. But see, right now, I don't think titles mean much anymore. They're not as it's cool. It's a nice cool title, but it's all about matchmaking now.
Yeah.
It's all about in boxing. It's all about
are giving away like if they're making up new.
They're creating belts. Yeah. They're creating belts. Like
at 35, you see that with all the Instagram dudes that have a big following. They'll give you
that Mayan belt. That Mayan belt didn't need to be around. It's a cool little belt. It looks good.
The WBC, dude, they make a freaking diamond belt,
franchise,
franchise.
How many fucking
silver
belts?
champion?
No, yeah.
Way too many belts. It doesn't mean anything anymore. It's all about matchmaking. It's just like in the MMA. It's all about matchmaking. The BMF, Jorge Masvidal.
Yeah.
You know that guy. He don't need to have a champion. He don't even have a real belt.
It's a business.
It's a cool. Yeah. It's just who's gonna fight who.
I mean,
like Conor McGregor. Hey, check it out. Proper 12 right there. Thanks a lot, guys. Again, I forgot to introduce my guest, Richie right here, Richie Garcia, and Erik with a K. Garcia, the two brothers, the Garcia brothers from Baldwin Park.
The brothers of destruction.
That's
they
right.
call us when we were little.
Kane and
Undertaker.
There's so many people that I like. So many people that I know, and then so many that are like WWE fans.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
The brothers of destruction.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I was saying, the Proper 12 right there. Really good whiskey. We like it. It was really good. We just tried it, sampled it. Conor McGregor, that dude don't have a belt. But look at he's making a it's money. That's the money fight.
Yeah.
In MMA, that's the money fight.
That's the money fight.
Cowboy Cerrone got paid. The next person, I think they already called Nate Diaz, right? Part 3, or was that?
He wants to do it.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the easiest fight that'd still be a challenge for him, as opposed to Usman and Masvidal.
No, I think they're gonna do Usman, Masvidal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might. I think
but those two guys for Conor is too much of a
risk for him, for sure.
Yeah.
A Nate Diaz fight will be easier.
I'm sorry. Going back to boxing though, because we were talking about boxing. What's your opinion on Canelo Alvarez or like the way, like his approach to boxing now, the way he's doing it? Is he taking that Mayweather? Is he taking a page out of Mayweather's book and selecting his fighters now every single, you come to me now, right? Because he's the guy that he's the money fight. He's the A side from now on until he retires. He's the A side, right?
Yeah.
So he gets to choose. Is that his approach now? Or is he gonna get that monster fight? Against well, he's never gonna fight those right now, like a young up and coming.
Yeah. Well,
lion, is he?
I don't know. The thing is, like, you think like, who would he fight next? He is the biggest star. Like, people have to challenge him. Yeah. He doesn't have anyone to challenge right now because he has the belts that he needs. He has his division belt in like four division. Like, he's just waiting for anyone to come up, get another paycheck.
Any challengers?
I think he's gonna fight. What they're saying, he's in talks with Ryota,
Drevenchenko or whatever.
Some Japanese fighter.
There's another guy too.
Oh, Ryota Murata is the guy's name.
Japanese fighter.
Yeah. And what sucks I guess doesn't suck, but what's good about him is that he said he doesn't want to fight any more Mexican fighters.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna get to that. So there's a lot of young Mexican fighters right now that are coming up, dangerous fighters for him, opponents for him. Is that a cop out? Well, no. I'm a Canelo Alvarez fan. I'm just saying, is that a cop out?
But then who would really pose a real threat to him?
Well, the thing is, Gilberto Ramirez.
What? No, but he's heavier though.
He's at 175.
Yeah, but he doesn't.
Ramirez. And he has a belt.
Yeah.
But right now, Canelo's fighting, above his weight class. He's fighting below his weight class. I mean, he doesn't really have much of a weight. Right now, he doesn't have a weight class right now. He's
from 160
in limbo.
to 168.
It's just 160.
He's not going to stay at 175. I think there's too much of a threat.
Yeah.
Ramirez is the one that he won't fight, but I think he beats him. He beats Ramirez.
Yeah.
And then Ramirez having a tough time getting fights too because he's boring kind of to watch. He's not exciting. He's just
Yeah.
You want to see knockouts, excitement, And then, and then the other one it would be at 154 is Munguia going up to challenge him at 160, right. But that's the
Munguia wants to fight him.
That's the other Mexican fighter that he says he doesn't want to fight Munguia.
Yeah,
and he's already stated that a bunch of times.
But I can understand, like, because Canelo's very like.
I don't think Munguia's ready.
No, he's definitely not.
Yeah.
No.
But that's why he said he doesn't want to fight him because he doesn't want to. He already knows he's going to beat Munguia, but he doesn't want to strip him from his title.
Yeah.
Or he doesn't want to like
take away any opportunities from him. Yeah.
And then that's another thing. Yeah, at a young fighter like that, do you do that to him? Put a really bad challenge matchup for him when it's an up and coming guy. You want to give him somebody like a jobber kind of thing. Not so much a jobber, but.
Well, in my opinion, it's like
win.
I can see his stance where it's like I don't want to fight any more Mexican fighters. That's my raza. Like I don't want to fight him.
Why not? It's boxing though.
But here's the thing though. You don't understand. You're giving this guy $1 million paycheck.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna get that anywhere else. Mm-hmm. And a lot of fighters are. That's why they want to fight him for that big paycheck. And I don't know. He's just like. Like I said, I could see his stance, but in another view, it's like just give these Mexican fighters their paycheck. Yeah. Help them out.
My thing has always been this. why do you got to put race into it? Like, it's just boxing. This is your job. It just fight the next challenger. That's all it is. I mean, I don't want to fight another Mexican. And you know what though? But that's our fault because when it's a Mexican fighter and he fights against a Puerto Rican, it's all of a sudden it's Mexico versus Puerto Rico. Yeah. Right? Biggest rivals, right?
In boxing,
It's big in boxing. So that's what we do right away. That's what we do. Yeah. But it's our fault, you know? And I just think that fight the next contender, the best guy, the next guy up.
Yeah. Who's the next? His next.
I mean, the only people that at 75.
Charlo. Charlo's got the WBC.
Charlo would be another one, yeah.
But De La Hoya came out this week. I don't know how true it is, but he said that they offered him
They offered Charlo?
He offered one of the Charlo brothers. I don't know which one, but one of the Charlo brothers, and they
he turned it down. Well, because they don't want to go over to the zone. The Charlos want to stay at PBC, which is another whole.
Yeah,
fucking the side of the, what do they call it? The side of the street that they don't want to cross, but it's like
I got a guy that talks really good about Heyman, Al Heyman.
Well, you see all his fighters, they follow Abner Mares, Leo Santa Cruz, and they have big houses, nice cars.
Yeah,
like they're set up. Al Heyman sets them up. He gives them their fair paycheck. I don't know if he assists them in where to invest and stuff, but it seems like it because all their the Charlos, those guys have fucking a big ass mansion over there in Texas. Like he pays it, and then Wilder.
All Heyman fighters are paid. That's,
yeah. I mean, he's doing something right. You know, they're on Fox,
and his match. Even though you can talk shit on the matchmaking sometimes. Like we got Danny Garcia versus Ivan Redkach,
right?
Which John Molina whooped his ass, and Ivan Redkach should have just retired after that. Mm-hmm. But against the Danny Garcia, it's Danny Garcia's,
Well, it's not putting a notch on Danny Garcia's bout at all. It's more of a warm up fight for what's coming next. There's so that means something's coming up next for Danny Garcia. Yeah, that's what I see.
Yeah. A little tune up, I guess.
At some point, it gets.
How many tune ups do you need? You
can only fight your same guys over with each other so many times. Yeah. So at some point, they had to make the fights with the other promotion companies. Yeah.
That's another thing. Cross promotion. Why? I mean, why is it so difficult? I'm not in the boxing game in the business, so I don't know around it. We'd have to get someone out here. Yeah. Maybe this is a challenge right now to John Molina. I'm gonna break that fourth wall. John Molina Jr., you got to come out here and you got to tell us about the business of boxing. Break it down for us.
Yes, sir.
But what's wrong with that? Why can't we do more cross promotion? The Zone's doing it right now. The Zone's they're bringing in fighters from different organizations. I
don't even know because we have Wilder fighting Tyson Fury that's on ESPN. Right. But all the other fighters can't do that? Yeah. Well, we can't get a Crawford Spence.
That does really well, and then that just kind of opens up the way for everybody else,
Yeah.
I don't know.
They'll they got to figure out something because there's always that, I'm the A side. No, I'm the A side. And then we got to do it at ESPN. No, we're going to do it at Showtime, or we got to do it at.
Well, we were talking about that earlier when we were live recording, before we were recording this podcast. And that was the question was Crawford Spence. Is it going to happen or when is it going to happen? But I guess Errol's not cleared yet to fight?
He doesn't look like he should be cleared to fight. You saw his last interview? He had an interview on, it was during a fight. And his speech was very he was stuttering. He was a little slow to he was
almost like he was on slow something. Talker. He's not
yeah, but he seemed like he was just on a medication or
maybe he had cuts in his mouth or something.
Or maybe he had something with his jaw or something, but he did not
bit of weed.
Look too well. I don't know. He didn't look like.
Well, he said he's ready to fight. You know what I mean? If he says he's ready to fight, I mean, he almost came unscathed from that.
Yeah.
There's a chance that he might never fight again.
Yeah, but
there's been stories like that where the athletic commissions don't clear you though. Everybody clears you except the athletic commission.
Right. Yeah. He's got to find the right one. He's got to find the right state.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to go fight in.
You give him enough money, they cave in for sure.
He's probably gonna go fight in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Like your boy Andy Ruiz.
Yeah.
You wanted to talk about Andy Ruiz?
Andy Ruiz, because he might not. Yeah. Well, yesterday it was announced that he split with his trainer.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Manny Robles.
With Manny Robles, and I was just like,
dude, I remember I had Adrian Corona on here, and I was talking to Adrian Corona, and I was telling Adrian, I was like, dude, I hope Andy Ruiz, this is before his fight, right? Before the rematch, and I was like, man, I hope this guy's taking this serious because he's out there flaunting everything like that, the Hummers and the Rolls Royce, and I'm like, he's flaunting I really hope that he's taking this serious, man. I hope it's not like a Rocky 3.
Disappointing, dude.
And sure as fuck, dude.
Because once the promotion started, he made it seem like he was losing weight.
Right.
He was losing even more weight for
the
this
picture,
next fight.
right? The Instagram
and he came
photo.
back heavier. Like, what?
Was that really him, or was it just DAZN trying to sell the fight?
No, wasn't he posting like on Instagram? Like he was even pictures were rising
it was
up.
Him.
And
it was
he
him.
Like,
he got
slimmed
to his head,
up, and then all of a sudden he came fight night, and you can see the difference between the first fight and the second fight. The second fight, like his belly was hanging a little lower.
Mm-hmm.
Even, I mean, just the weight itself, he came in heavy.
Well, he said he ate everything on site. You know what I mean? He just didn't take it serious.
But you can't blame him.
I hate when people are saying that.
Well, you can't blame him.
You can't blame him because here's the thing: you're talking about a lot of boxers are coming up in the game are poor.
Yeah.
And that's why they get into the game to make their money, and get out of the whole poor. Yeah, I guess their
like poverty.
Economic status. Yeah, exactly. And so you start making these millions. Everybody's like knows you. You go out, Andy Reese. What? Oh my God, how can you not blame someone to cave into something like that? People loving you. Oh, come fucking visit me. Let's go out to eat. Let's go party.
Yeah.
You're like, oh fuck yeah. Like,
let me ask you this: you win the lottery tomorrow. If you win the lottery tomorrow, you're a millionaire now. Okay, multi-millionaire. You're gonna blow it all out in 4 months.
Are you gonna what are the statistics though?
Statistically, you are gonna blow it out in 4 months.
There you go.
So
most people that win the lotto end up broke.
Okay.
Yeah, the thing is that there's a lot of athletes that's never really learned any money management skills.
Yeah.
That's what happened to Tyson. Yeah, that's what a lot of NBA players, all the athletes, no one because they're poor, they don't really go to school. That's not what their whole life is boxing, going to the gym. They don't care about school.
You still didn't answer my question because I asked you directly a question. If you won the lottery tomorrow, are you gonna blow that money in 4 months?
I don't know.
You're not. You didn't grow up rich either. You're not growing up rich. You're in poverty. Yeah. I'm in poverty.
I mean, who knows? I mean, the statistics show that I would go broke for sure. I mean, I would like to think I wouldn't.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. Like the thing is like
proper 12 all around.
I mean, I wouldn't know what to do with that money because I've never seen that kind of money.
You invest the money.
Yeah.
You find yourself a financial advisor, or you ask somebody, a close friend or relative, it's a financial advisor. Help me out with this. I don't want to blow it off.
I don't think I would hire anybody from my family. Not like that, but.
Ooh, that's a good one, man. Because go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Suddenly, then everybody becomes your friend, and I can do this for
you. You got cousins and uncles coming from the woodwork.
Yeah.
We got a big.
Hey man,
but Andy Reese is still. That guy's fucking still posting Fashion Nova ads and shit. He's still making his money. He's still making his money. And then the thing is, I think PBC is gonna eventually. I was telling Eric earlier, he's gonna fight Wilder. And the thing is,
Andy Reese?
Yeah, because they want Wilder to knock him out and say, we have the A side against the Anthony Joshua. We knocked out Andy Reese. Anthony Joshua couldn't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Who's on the A side now?
Yeah.
Anthony Joshua can pull more fans because the whole British crowd, or the whole UK people. But when it comes to like having that against them, you got some.
There's no money in that fight, dude. Andy Reese needed to win. He's gonna need 2 more wins before he can fight Wilder.
Before he gets a big title fight.
Yeah.
No, he because there's no money in it. You just got beat by Anthony Joshua.
Nah, he needs to fight 1 or 2 to.
He's
serious.
He needs 2 more wins to show that, hey, I'm back. I fucked up. I hit a speed bump. I let the shit get to me. I'm back though. I'm ready. Let's go, Wilder. That's what he needs. 2 more fights. 2 more wins. 2 more, not just 2 more fights. 2 more wins. He needs 2 more wins. And if they're in knockout fashion,
he just
then
needs to show he's serious.
I want to see his next fight. See how he comes.
That's interesting. It's not gonna be against. It's not gonna be against like somebody. I mean, not. You're not gonna see Joshua. You're not gonna see Wilder. You're not gonna see Fury. He's not gonna fight any of those 3.
No, they want to make it against Dillian White. What's his name?
Dillian White.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
that makes a little bit more sense.
But then White's a really dangerous dude.
Yeah.
It's not an easy fight. He's a real. I think almost super heavyweight. No. He's a big dude.
Big dude.
Yeah.
Hey, you alluded to it earlier about doing business with family.
Yeah.
You don't like that, huh?
Yeah, cause I'm not saying that, but I'm saying
no, who not to go to if I need fucking some business.
That's kind of.
Hey, dude, I agree with you, man. I didn't want to put you on the spot like that, but I agree with you. It's hard to do business with family.
Yeah,
it really is. I have family members that are realtors that I didn't go out with them and do business with them because it's hard. Because it's hard to say sometimes no to a family member.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? When they say, "Oh no, this is the house that you want for you. This is the one that you want." No, man, it's hard. That's why I didn't do it. You know, I went with someone else, and I got a different outside realtor because I can tell that person what's up. You know, hey, you're working for me. I'm paying you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So with family members, a little different. So I agree with you. I was just trying to put you on the spot.
No, that's what I was gonna say. It's like a double-edged sword because it's like you kind of
want to help them out,
but then it's like, can you really trust them to do?
Do they have your best interest?
But then you do see a lot of businesses where it's like the dad and the son have a really strong relationship and they can make it work,
right,
and things like that. But then you have that like how you were saying, like, oh, you get an outside realtor and it's like, no, you're working for me, where like the son's not going to disrespect the dad. The son knows his place in a
father-son relationship is different though. Yeah. Cousins, you know, different. Yeah.
Because when you get a cousin, it's like you don't know who's like has that higher little step.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That's a difficult one. It depends what you ask them to do.
Yeah.
So it's like, are they really working for you?
Yeah.
Just say, oh, I need you to do this or do that, but are they really? I'm gonna pay you this.
That's definitely the relationships, though. Yeah. You know, you just need someone you can trust.
But that's hard because you think that they have your best interest, but sometimes judgment gets clouded.
The money, the Instagram, trying to fucking flaunt this and that.
It's easy to spend money that's not really yours. You know.
The fucking lotto, baby. I'm gonna win that shit. I'm gonna go get my lotto ticket after this thing.
You're not gonna win the lotto, man. It's hard. Good luck. You're going to school though.
I'm not banking on
you're banking on your education.
Yeah, hopefully I graduated.
Student nurse. Earlier I thought you're a nurse. I was
not just yet.
Yeah, student nurse.
Hopefully graduate in May, and then we land a job somewhere. Hopefully at a big hospital. I want to do like a clinic. Just straight get in. I want to get into hopefully ER ICU. Mm-hmm. Get in right away. It's scary because you're a new grad. Well, that's the thing. I like that.
Have you seen that kind of trauma? Just being a student?
Yeah. Well, I've done rotations in the ER.
Okay.
Super fun. Like, because you just never know what you're gonna get. You know, someone comes in with like, fucking.
Walk me through your first experience, like in a trauma situation where you come in.
I actually haven't had like no. Like things like that. Yeah.
Somebody's on a gurney. They're pumping their chest.
CPR or anything like that.
What's the most extreme?
Extreme, nothing. Because we usually just do like, I've just gotten like stable patients that have like some kind of disease or
nosebleed.
Nah, little fucking
something simple.
Nah. What's crazy is I wasn't telling you. There's this drug called adenosine. Adenosine. So you can have like basically your heart is racing at a beat like it could be like 180, 220 up there, but you're relaxed, you're chilling, but your heart's just fucking going and you feel it. 60 to 100. 60 but 100, so you're almost double.
Yeah.
And so adenosine is a drug that they basically push it IV and it stops your heart, like legit just stops your heart, and it basically you're hoping that your natural pacemaker just starts its normal cycle.
Yeah.
And so, like, the person's on the fucking gurney or whatever. I'll put all the fucking. They put him on the monitor, all that stuff. He's got, just in case his heart goes out, put him on, the monitor, and then you push the drug, and you just see these people just fucking clinch, and they're just like, what the fuck? Because they're dead.
Yeah.
For a second, and then their heart kicks in. They're like, oh fuck. Damn. And then one of my professors was telling me that.
I'm thinking Pulp Fiction. You know that heart, right? Where they stab the adrenaline thing, right? They stab that chick in the heart. You guys remember that Pulp Fiction?
I've never seen Pulp Fiction.
What the? All right, you know what?
Tarantino, yeah, I know.
Go home, watch the movie. We'll come back. We'll do part 2.
Sounds good.
We'll talk about Pulp Fiction.
Sounds good. No, but I fucking love Tarantino. Well, I've actually only seen Django, and I fucking love Django.
That's the only one that's the only Tarantino movie you've seen?
Yeah.
No, because there's the what's the one?
Inglourious Bastards. Inglourious Bastards.
Inglourious Bastards. Yeah. Reservoir Dogs. You haven't seen Reservoir Dogs?
I don't really watch it.
I've seen when I was like way.
I'm gonna take notes for you, okay?
Oh shit.
Which one?
Reservoir Dogs and
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, those two of his, great.
I've never seen Kill Bill.
That's right. He has Kill Bill too.
Kill Bill,
Valiant. Bad motherfucker, whatever in the wallet. That's
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. I forget which one's which.
No, I've never.
Damn.
I've only seen
gotta catch
when did
up.
they come out though? There was like probably early 2000s.
Yeah, we were young.
That's true. But still, I mean, I've seen a lot of old films.
Yeah, but see now,
and
like,
these are classic films. These are go-to movies.
I can't see old films because they're just like, the quality is just like.
Well, I mean, Pulp Fiction is not the best quality, but I mean, you'll enjoy it. From Dusk Till Dawn. You never seen From Dusk Till Dawn? Salma Hayek with the big snake right here. Big snake.
Maybe I've seen it. I just don't remember.
You guys are killing me, man.
There's a lot of movies that I don't remember.
I'm aging myself with you guys.
What's
Eric has a memory
like
of
Dances
Goldfish.
with Wolves or something? Yeah, I've watched those movies, but I don't
That's an old. What's an old movie with Kevin Costner?
They forced us to watch that in fucking school. What do you mean?
That's what I'm saying, but I don't really remember.
They forced you guys to watch that movie?
Dancing with Wolves? Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? Movie
I read the book and we had to fucking watch it.
Indian in the Cupboard. You guys seen that one too?
No.
That's another old one. It's also from a book.
You're taking notes for us to watch movies?
Dude, you're gonna watch these movies. You guys are gonna.
I don't have time. You just literally just said I'm in nursing school.
So when are you graduating from nursing school?
Hopefully, if all goes well,
in
May 23rd.
May 23rd?
Yeah.
That's right. May 23rd. If all goes
scary.
well. So you have finals still?
Huh?
You have a final and all that? Or?
Yeah, we have finals and all that stuff. We have to dude. Yeah, just thinking about it, I'm ready to get anxiety.
Yeah.
No, it's just scary because you just never know, you know? So you mess up one time, the professor's there, and it's like, you know? And it's our last semester. Mm-hmm. Luckily, we have 2 chances to, like, if we fail a class, we wait a year, take it with the next cohort that's coming up. But yeah, it's just scary. Like, when we go to clinicals, so our clinicals, we go to a hospital, full 12-hour, 8-hour shifts. I don't sleep that night. I'm just like, the whole night I'm waking up, because I don't want to miss my alarm, so I set my alarm for like 4 a.m, and then I can't sleep at night. It takes me forever to sleep. And once I do sleep, I'm fucking just waking up random hours. Like, fucking, what time is it? Fuck. All right, I still got like fucking an hour, 2 hours. Wake up again. Oh shit, am I fucking ready to go? Like, cause your anxiety's so like ramped up because you don't want to make a mistake. You don't want to look stupid or like, I don't know. But everybody gets.
You're not getting into like all that Adderall and stuff. You hear all these college kids are doing Adderall to stay up.
There's so many kids on Adderall.
Right?
Oh, so many kids.
You never tried that?
I've tried it, but it didn't really do much for me. So I've taken it for sure.
Does it work though? Like the effect that keeps you up, it gets you wired, and you know.
Oh yeah, you feel it. Like you're just like, it's almost like you just get these blinders, or like you get zoomed into whatever you're doing. You're just like, and you're just like, oh shit.
That's that mom drug, right? They call it the mom drug too, soccer mom drug or some shit like that.
That's wine. No, I don't know. No, I don't know.
That's that one right there.
I've never tried Adderall.
Never have you?
I
haven't either. I've heard, but I haven't. You know.
For me, it's like almost more of like a placebo effect, or like just to like trick my mind that like, oh shit, I just took something, like it's fucking, I gotta study now.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, but there's so many kids on Adderall.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's so easy to get.
Is it really?
Know? Yeah. I've heard stories.
It's not expensive?
To be honest, I don't know.
Oh.
But like because they get it prescribed.
Oh, okay.
You just go to your doctor and be like, I can't concentrate. I'm blah blah blah, and then they're like, oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There's some Adderall. But
what's the most of the extent as far as you take, like as far as drugs for you? You haven't done Adderall, but what's the
just weed?
Weed? That's it? No uppers.
I never did pills because I had a friend.
No uppers.
No, I had a friend when he was we were like freshmen, and like he started doing ecstasy when we were in middle school.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was like 8th grade or something.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he was a really cool dude. He was my best friend, whatever. Yeah. And then freshman year, I don't know. I think he just took too much. He was never the same, and ever since then, I was just like, dude.
He was like Smokey.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Is
I'm sorry. You guys probably haven't seen Friday either.
No, we.
Okay.
I seen Friday.
But so he took 2 pills, and then he had like, I don't know, he had just like crazy rages.
Yeah.
And then he disappeared for like a month. We didn't see him,
Shit.
I guess his parents probably put him into like a institute or whatever.
That's sad. Yeah,
and he was never the same ever again.
Well, that's the thing. You start messing with all these chemicals in your brain. You don't know what's going. I mean, we still don't even know what the brain, how it really works. You know, we just know there's certain chemicals that fire off and things like that. But you start playing with chemicals like that, and it's like you deplete your, I guess, your reserve, or like you just the receptors get gassed out and things like that. And it's like you're basically rewiring this person's brain just taking drugs.
Yeah.
It's like, it's scary. It's crazy.
Yeah. That's just like he gets it off the street, so you never know what it's cut with.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah,
because there's been a lot of deaths with cocaine because it's cut with fentanyl. Yeah, and they overdose.
That's another one that's killing people like crazy. That fentanyl.
Because it was cheaper to make.
Well, there's police departments that carry Narcan now because there's so like in I think Chicago I want to say there's the police officers are carrying Narcan, which is the antidote for fentanyl. Yeah, because a lot of them
are they can come across it and really quick and get contaminated with it, right?
Well, fentanyl, a grain of like if you were to get fentanyl and get a grain of rice of it, that's lethal. Jeez. But like in the hospital when they do it, it's obviously diluted in like
it's a liquid form,
some saline or some other stuff. Yeah. So it's not as much, but a grain of it of actual like fentanyl is lethal. A grain of salt rather, or rice.
Either way, I mean, salt is a lot smaller, but fuck, grain of rice is small. Yeah, that's insane.
And then they made sufentanil, which is like 10 times stronger than fentanyl.
Oh, come on.
It's like, fuck, this shit don't stop. But
that.
So they're making that. That's more of a when you're going under an operation.
Yeah.
And they give it to you, and then it basically like numbs you, puts you to sleep, kind of stuff.
Is that the shit that Michael Jackson was on? That he died of? Or no?
No.
What did he die on? I don't know. I think
Prince died of fentanyl.
It was
Michael Jackson was taking like barbiturates, so I think barbs. So there's like a Xanax, like that kind of family of drugs. I want to say, I'm not too sure exactly what the drug was, but yeah.
Well, I don't know, man. That's all crazy.
It's crazy stuff, man. The thing is, like, everybody's just so ramped up. Yeah. You know, nowadays, like fucking Monsters, Bangs, 350 milligrams of caffeine.
Yeah, somebody about
It's like fuck. We just like take something to go up, take something to go down.
Yeah. Even caffeine is just like crazy. Everybody's that's the whole thing. That's why Bangs are at like 300 milligrams. Monsters, Red Bulls used to be like 150. Yeah. Now they gotta make, and then Monster obviously made that company Reign to.
And your body's so good to adapt to that shit. You take 300 like for a couple of days, and your body's like,
I don't feel
this is like zero. Chilling.
Yeah. I can drink I drink. Well, I can't. It's not that I can't. I do drink a Bang almost every single day, and it's just like. I mean, if to pick me up, it helps me out, but I don't feel it.
Yeah.
I'm not wired because it doesn't have sugar. Maybe that's why, but I don't get a crash. But it does pick me up.
But those are double the dose of a Monster, so it's like now everybody's just wired, and then there's Starbucks everywhere now.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So availability of drugs and caffeine, everybody's on something.
You know, and just to go back really quick on the school that you were going to, I remember you saying something back in the day a while ago that used to be like a crazy psych ward or something.
Yeah, it used to be an asylum. Well, asylum. Yeah, asylum. Yeah. So, so people think it's haunted. I have never seen anything. Yeah. But yeah, it used to be an asylum. Most of the people that worked there before kind of like still working there or like have some other job, especially like in the cafeteria. A lot of them, like I talked to a lot of cafeteria people and they're like, oh yeah, I worked here when it was an asylum. And I've had someone tell me an experience of like, they were doing a rotation there. It was another like nurse and like.
When it was an asylum?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And yeah, like, you know, it's crazy. Just people pacing and things like that. It's crazy.
Why don't we have those anymore? Because now you see all these kids drugged up at the court at the parks. They're all cracked out and you know they're schizophrenics and it's all because of probably due to drugs. But why don't we have psych wards anymore? I don't remember when we just stopped having them. Because I know that, I mean, for a while, we used to watch movies where that's all it was like a psych ward. Jim Carrey, remember the movie, the Jim Carrey movie, The Pet Detective?
It's Ace Ventura.
Ace Ventura? Okay. He goes to a psych ward. Do you remember that? When he goes to the box with Finkel's box and he goes in there and he's wearing a tutu and he's acting like he's a patient.
Same thing. I don't remember.
You guys remember that shit?
I've seen it, but I don't remember.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, that was a psych ward that he went to.
Oh.
Now, I don't remember when they stopped making them, but do you know why
I don't know, but I can, like, I guess.
Funding?
Yeah. That's probably what it is. It's because.
It'd probably take a while, guess, too.
The thing is, like, they just can't.
Too.
There's no money in it, you know? Where, like, we go to the hospital, you know, we pay for insurance. Where a lot of these people don't have, like, well, some of them don't have jobs or, like Eric said, they're homeless. They're living on the streets, which is, you know, sad. And then, like, they just put them out there because we don't have anywhere to put them, and it's like they just need help. They just need, you know, to take their medication, their regimen, be on their proper dosage. But yeah, there's just no money.
Some of them don't want help either.
A lot of hospitals are big businesses. They make so much money.
Yeah.
And because, like I said, the insurance, but they don't really, they can take the money from the government, but then at some point the government stops the funding or doesn't have enough funding for it. And they just well, that's what happened at Channel Islands is when it shut down. It's like they just let them loose.
Yeah.
They just let them go. It's like, where are they going to go? What are they going to do?
Yeah.
It's super sad, really sad.
Yeah. So you already know the dirty business side of the hospitals and the nursing and the medical field already. Have you been woke on it?
No. Here's the thing, it's not like they make a lot of money. They charge a lot.
Pharmaceuticals. You mean it's all big pharma? I've
heard a lot of things like that's the anti-vaccine people. They're always big pharma's out to get you, and they're gonna make something. Blah 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 blah.
Well, I'll just for that a lot of people saying, "Oh, they're charging too much." I mean, yes, they're charging a lot for sure. They shouldn't be charging that much, but without these kinds of drugs, our lifespan would be 50 years, if that. Without antibiotics, a lot of us would be dead by the age of 30.
Okay. Yeah.
So they're doing a lot of good. They're charging a lot because obviously they're making their money. Big Pharma's very greedy, but they have to do a lot of R&D, research and development, for new drugs to come up or new ways to combat something, cancer research, but tons of research to get the new greatest thing. It takes a lot of money. These machines are hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
So I can see it that way, but when the CEOs are making tons of money, and the opioid industry, where it's they knew the effects of opioid, how addictive it was, and they said, fuck it.
Yeah,
we're making it, and then now they've came out publicly, these big opioid CEOs or reps saying they knew it was addictive, but the money's there, the and also the demand was there, but now and then that's why you started seeing all these pain clinics popping up everywhere. I don't know,
instead of using that resource towards supplying more opiates, instead of using it towards the medication for opiates and weaning off of it and getting, we heard, you guys listen to Joe Rogan all the time. They always talk about how there's this new drug that gets you off of it. And, why aren't we pushing those drugs? They're supposed to be beneficial to you.
But then that's the thing. It's the big pharma gave you this drug. Now you're addicted to it. Oh, here's take this other drug to cure you off of it.
Right.
It's what are you doing here? You're giving us a drug to do something to us. It's bad for us now. So you're going to make another drug. So we just stay in your system of paying you money.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a whole cycle. It's here's something to help you, which it does help you. Opioids are amazing in the sense that they help, if they're in pain.
When needed, right? Yeah.
Yeah. But it has that huge addictive component to it. Yeah. Which is, it can be bad, and it's lethal. Yeah. It shuts down your respiratory system, cardiac system, and it's crazy.
I only have an opinion. I don't have the solution for it. So
I don't have a solution. It's all opinion.
Yeah. Definitely. But it's a trip, right?
Yeah, I would imagine it there's more money that goes into making new drugs than there is to help people. And that's why another problem.
The saddest part is that a lot of people that have recovered from things like that, they say yeah, I went 10 years of my life basically numb. I didn't have feeling. And this is what they these antidepressants too. It's a lot of these people feel almost numb, they're not experiencing life, which is very sad. Yeah. Because they're taking that away from the only life that this person has. Right. And yeah, the thing is, I don't know. I don't want to get into the whole antidepressant thing. It's crazy.
It's real though.
Yeah. Depression is real. Yeah, definitely.
100%. But it's just,
I think our approach to it is a little, I think we need to try non-pharmaceutical, I guess, modalities before we get into the pharmaceuticals, because that's a whole different monster. Yeah. Even just...
the first way is talking. Mostly is talking about it. When you accept it. First of all, when you start talking about it and you accept it that there's something wrong and you need a little bit of help, that's the first step. Yeah. And then from there on, it's just another conversation that goes on. My opinion. Just talking about it, therapy.
Well, but the thing is, that's the biggest barrier because it's so taboo. Yeah. You come up to someone, I'm a little depressed, and you're just what's wrong with, like, you know,
what's wrong with you? Exactly. What's wrong with you?
It's like, it shouldn't be like that. There's, you know, this person is coming to you for help. Like, let's help you out.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, it's the whole, it's a, like you said, we need to talk about it. Definitely.
It's a change that needs to happen, because I know I was like that for years. I was always like, man up, dude. Like, there ain't nothing wrong with you. Fucking man up. Okay. And I was like that for a long time until I started doing this podcast and talking to different people. And then people telling me like how I'm like, you were depressed? Like, you know, surprised. Like, you were depressed. Yeah, I was depressed. You know, and this person is sitting there in front of me telling me that they were depressed and then how they got over it. You know, and it took them a while too, but you know, it's a real thing.
Maybe people you never imagined, because like, we have this and this and this.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Stuff that I always think of, like, man, I would want to have that one day.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, you be depressed.
You're depressed because you don't have it. Meanwhile, that person's depressed because they do have it.
Yeah.
But I think it's essential that we all experience depression in some like degree, so we can really acknowledge and take in when we're like high on life. Yeah. You know, have that very euphoric feeling, like you can't feel that if you don't feel the bottom stuff. Mm-hmm. You know? Yeah. It would just be a flat line.
Right.
So
no, I know, you know, the way I know when I was in high school, I don't know if I was depressed or not, but I'm pretty sure, going back to it, and back then I didn't think I was. I don't know if I was or not, but I think like now, in hindsight, I think I was depressed. And the way that I got over it was just kind of like, well, I didn't really talk to anybody about it, but I just kind of told myself, stop taking things too serious. You know, it was hard for me. It took me a while, but I just started going, fuck it. That was my approach to it, was fuck it, you know, and then it helped me out, because now that's how I am. That's how I live my life. Like, of course, dude, I have a house, I have a mortgage. You know, sometimes it's tight and you're like, oh shit, you know, you're like, what are you gonna do? And you find a way to do it. But at the end of the day, I you know what? Fuck it.
Yeah. No,
at the end of the day, that's what and that's what's helped me out. And that's kind of how I live.
That's good. That's exactly how I like. I've gotten like tickets with people in the car, and they're like, "Aren't you fucking like pissed?" And I'm like, "Why am I gonna be mad? Like, or why am I gonna be sad about it? Like, I got a ticket, I have to pay it. It is what it is.
I was speeding.
If I get mad, it's not gonna do anything but hurt me. Put more stress on me. Like, right. I got a ticket. Fuck, I'll pay it. Whatever. Yep. Not that I have like. I'm not saying like, oh, I have a ton of money. It's just a ticket. But it's like, what am I gonna do?
Yeah. You know? Maybe it's gonna hurt your pocket a little bit.
You can't control it. So it's like you can't be upset of things you can't control, because you're just.
Right.
Exactly. You get into an accident, you're just fucking sucks, but I'm alive. Yeah. We're good to go, baby.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things you could be happy for that people are just like not happy for at all.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
and I don't think a lot of people here, like a lot of people that I know.
A lot of it has to do with Instagram.
We don't. We
don't
all
this
really
whole
realize
social media. We can go into
how good we have it.
Yeah.
Well, that's the problem, is that everybody's posting all the positive stuff on Instagram and social media.
Because in your mind, you're like, this other person has it better than me.
Right.
But there's always going to be someone that has it better than you.
Yeah.
But there's always also those people that don't have it as good as you.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know.
But even then, then people are disconnected. Yeah. There's a lot of people who don't know how to have conversation. You're just like, what the?
Well, that's the thing is,
because of that.
Just as humans, we're social beings.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
if we weren't social when we're, like, I guess, in our primitive days, you know, when people tell, let's go all together to hunt an animal because I can't do it alone.
Right.
If you weren't able to communicate, you were going to die.
Right.
You know? Or here are all the good fruits. You can eat these, you can't eat those, you know?
Yeah.
We're social beings. We need to talk. But then we have this disconnect on like social media where people aren't talking. And I've met so many people where it's like, they can't like have a conversation or like, and it's not, I'm not bagging on them at all, but it's like, we had that disconnect where we don't know how to speak, or like we aren't confident in ourselves. But I don't.
Yeah, you never really develop the skills. You kind of skip that and just start. You know?
Yeah, well, and that's the problem with the generation that's growing up today, is that's what they're growing up with. Yeah. It's Instagram. Like, you were introduced to that at an earlier age than I was, or when I say earlier, I mean like you were younger than me when you were introduced to like social media. Whereas to me, I'm an old man, you know, an older man that got, you know, with the social media. Like, I wasn't on Facebook until I started doing this podcast, you know, and that's the only reason why I got Facebook. Instagram, I was a little bit more into, because it was like pictures and it was all cool, but I wasn't like into it until now. I feel like I gotta post all this, all posting all the time,
and figure out when to post and all.
You gotta figure out some algorithms and shit. Fuck that, dude. I know that I have to do it, but I'm very reluctant to doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of feel forced to do it sometimes. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
But I try. You know what someone told me? My boy right there, Hydra Cannabis. We're talking about a murderer.
Yeah.
Steve, he said, you know what? Make some time. Make some time in the week to do your social media, so that way you're not taken away from your everyday life. Kind of make some time during the week. Just maybe 1 hour or 2 hours in that 1 week. Then do all your social media and set it up and make a schedule and then post every single day, and then boom, boom, boom. It's easy. 1, 2, 3 clicks.
Yeah.
Makes sense, dude. Yeah. I try to do that now. I'm trying to get myself into the habit of doing that.
Like Mr. Olympia, dude, he has like.
I
watch all his stories.
Oh man, that dude's his game's on point, right?
Yeah, his game is on point.
Yeah, he did the transformation picture not so long ago. One of his clients, I was like, dude,
he's doing the whole
insane,
social media marketing like to the T.
Yeah, no, he could probably take a course with him.
I don't think he even tries to like do anything crazy.
It's just how he is, huh?
Yeah.
He just does himself.
Yeah.
But that's cool to see though. Like he's proud of his clients. Like he's a straight shooter. You can tell just by his.
It's authentic. Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
And he's getting back into, right? He's gonna start competing now again.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that's cool.
I since before that, since his last competition, he said he had this is his whole plan. This whole time he announced it a long time ago.
Yeah,
it's the first time he came on your show, right? He was getting ready for a show. Mm-hmm. Then I saw the episode he was talking about. He's just gonna bulk, right?
Yeah.
So he's been doing exactly what he said.
Yeah, he bulked up, and then now he's leaning up, and I think he posted a couple days or maybe yesterday that he lost like 2 pounds. But it's like 2 pounds, 2 pounds, but no, it's like a legit 2 pounds. Yeah. He's lean, he looks good,
and he knows how to do it. So he's not losing no muscle, or at least very minimal.
Right.
It's all like
dude's cool.
Water weight fat for sure.
Fuck, dude. Well, there you go, man. Shit. Let's not end this podcast yet, right?
No.
We're okay.
We still have 3 beers to drink. What are we doing?
Well, let's open one up right now because let's talk about this one real quick while you guys while I bring up the next topic. But OG Life, that's from Arrow Lodge Brewing, right?
Yeah, it's an OG IPA.
OG IPA. I'm sorry, OG. I don't know why I say OG Life. Why did I say OG Life? Did I read Life somewhere?
You're getting a little nervous because I'm here.
Maybe.
No, do I talk about this? I don't even work there or anything.
No, but go ahead, man. Give it a plug, dude.
I thought you worked there. You have a sweater.
No.
Talk about.
So in the area, Arrow Lodge is probably my favorite brewery. I can't think of another brewery that's like.
Well, there's a brewery right down the street from there called Rev. I'm sorry, not Rev.
Nova. Nova Brewing.
Alosta.
From them.
I tried. They have a really good lager.
Give it to them. Yeah.
I think.
But so that's the one you're drinking right now from Arrow Lodge.
That one's delicious.
Yeah. That one's my favorite beer. Because OG IPA, so their whole thing is like it's a single hop series. I mean, like typically when they brew other IPAs, they use multiple hops in them.
Yeah. Well, like this one here is a double IPA.
Yeah.
So that's multiple.
Kern River has a.
I'm gonna try this one right here.
Citra IPA. Fucking.
So yeah, that thing is fucking insane.
This is the. Okay, Kern.
Kern River. But then this one's okay. So this one OG IPA. This one, the white one's made with Citra.
Citra's probably like.
Dude, it's a juicy flavor.
My favorite hop for sure.
It's a hazy IPA.
Any like IPA with some Citra that I've tried, delicious.
So when you guys aren't drinking Natty Ice at college, you guys are drinking this good stuff right here?
No, we don't drink. I mean, I don't even know if I've ever had a Natty Ice or Natty Light, whatever the fuck they're called.
Natty Ice, Natty Light.
Everybody's jumping into the seltzer stuff.
Natty Light.
The low calorie.
Oh god. What is it called? Like a bear claw or a claw? White claw. White claw.
What are you trying to say about me?
So White Claw's the one that got famous or whatever.
Yeah.
But then there's
well, all these breweries are starting to come out with their own seltzers now.
Yeah.
They're starting to get in. And then Bud Light has their own seltzer now.
Everybody has their own seltzer.
Everybody's going for that low calorie, right?
Yeah, the low calorie.
Spiked agua fresca. Dude, everybody has
the low calorie stuff is
Natural
popping right now.
Stone has their own stuff.
Stone has a low calorie.
Yeah.
Never ending hazy. Never ending hazy. They just
session. Well, they don't see, but they don't market it like that. It's just a
no, because they've had it for a while, right?
The never ending hazy.
Yeah.
No, I think it's fairly new.
Oh, is it?
But the thing with these like low calorie IPAs, it's like you kind of get this like watery taste to it. But it is what it is because they have to, They can't.
Firestone is the one that marketed like that. It's a fly jack. and they put 96 calories on the can, how many carbs, how many fat, and the whole.
Yeah, the Stone one is.
Firestone has one called Flyjack, and that's a low calorie.
We should have brought it. We had. Did you have it?
Yeah, I had a can of it. I got a little 6-pack of it.
Should have brought it.
I just want to try it.
Up.
So
I swear to God, when I go look for beer, I do not look for low calorie beer. I go look for like a good.
You know, but we're in California.
Corona premieres.
Huh?
Corona has Corona Premier, which is a low calorie.
Right, yeah.
No, but yeah, that's one thing. It's like if I'm gonna drink beer, I'm drinking fucking beer.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
But you said what? We're in California, so everybody's worried about how they look and
my calories. Yeah.
And my calorie intake.
Well, everybody would rather post it. Like I'm at the gym. I did this. I did that.
You don't post it.
A lot of people post.
Nah, yeah, a ton of people.
The
post
mirror pictures, and then I'm drinking low calorie. I'm on the cut now. Yeah. I'm cutting. But.
Do they have keto beers?
No.
No, because keto, they just recommend you drink. If you do drink, it's just liquor.
You just get some seltzers and put some MCT oil. You got yourself a keto beer. No, there's not. Because you need to put like some, fat and. Well, because the thing is, you can't have one because in the fermentation process, you're making like carbs. It's like sugars. So you can't really have a keto beer. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you can do it. These motherfuckers.
I think someone's gonna do that. I think somebody's listening to this podcast right now, and they're gonna go, we're gonna do some fucking. Your boy from San Diego.
From Stone is gonna do a shout out to Noah.
No, he's all about. He doesn't care about the low.
Yeah, he ain't about.
He wants to make a good beer.
He's just wanting to make some. He's actually brewed. He's legit.
Does he brew from home?
He's made a batch. I don't know. He doesn't brew regular. Like he doesn't have like every day's brewing, but he's brewed one batch, and I tried it, and it was like a red IPA. It was pretty good.
It's a process, dude.
Yeah,
right. Like you got to be up all night, and you got to check it, right? Like
he just told me like it was, it was pretty hard. I didn't. He didn't tell me the details.
But San Diego is just a hotbed of pure breweries.
They have like 100 some just down there in San Diego. It's crazy.
So he has a bunch of buddies or head brewers. They could just brew that yellow one. That dude is
this one here.
No, this yellow one. This stout right here. So that one is the guy who we get our beer from. He has a spot, Craft Beer Kings. He has 2 locations, but that location, I don't think he's he's not a brewer, is he? But he has 2 locations.
But
really
he's done collabs with like brewing companies because he knows
that
like
one's
the brewers.
Collab with, that's a coffee stout. It's a collab with 5 Threads.
Get the mic closer to you.
Yeah, that one's a coffee stout. It's a collab with 5 Threads, and then they use coffee beans from Monster Coffee in San Diego. Mm-hmm. And then he also, I mean, I haven't talked to him, but if I see him at the store, he's really friendly.
Yeah. What store is this? Where you guys get
Craft Beer Kings? And they have another location in, I want to say La Habra. It's the second location.
And he like knows a ton of brewers, so he'll get like exclusive beer. He's even told us that there's a company. Should we be saying this? There's a 8-bit brewing company that.
I don't think we should be saying this. No, I don't think you'll.
No, you already started. Go ahead.
All right. So they basically told him like, oh, we can't give you any more beer because other like breweries around are saying like we can't. Well, we're only distributing to him. The other places got mad. And they're like, oh,
well, he's not,
because he's a cool dude.
He was telling me that because with 8-bit, so they don't have the capability to serve all these people.
Yeah.
So once he started getting 8-bit and he started people started buying, they started asking for more, and then other liquor stores started asking for it. But I guess 8-bit told him, like, dude, we don't have the capability to serve all these people. And then people, I guess, would get pissed because it's like, Craft Beer Kings has 8-bit and we want it too. Well, why don't we get it,
Yeah.
But the thing is, this guy's, like, about it. He loves what he does. And, like, he's out to all these events and, like, goes to meet breweries. So he's, like, like...
The guy from the liquor store.
Yeah.
The owner, dude, he's
super
like,
cool,
at least
dude.
4 or 5 times a year, he'll put out a collab that he did.
Yeah.
So he probably comes with an idea. I want to do this, boom, boom, boom. And then I haven't talked to him about the process, but... At least 5 times a year, he'll do a collab.
Have you guys ever heard of King Ludwig?
No.
King's Liquid. That's not King's Brewing, is it?
No. This is like
where's
Bavarian, I think. It's Bavarian. Kind of like a half or Bavarian type of beer.
Oh, I thought it was a brewery.
No.
It's
a type of beer. It's called King Ludwig. Spelled like K-O with the 2 dots, K-O-I-N-G. Because Bavarian.
Yeah.
Ludwig or Ludwig, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like, well, when you guys were talking about that, like that Fitbit, which one?
What?
8-bit brewing?
8-bit. Kind of like that, where there was only like two markets that were able to sell that beer in Southern California. And because it was, they only sold it to those. Now, I mean, I think there's times when I seen it at Garcia Brothers. I think Freddie told me about it, and I was like, "Shit!" I went out there and I bought a 12-pack, but But I haven't seen it ever since then. I don't know why they pulled it off, but
that's what sucks about like the small breweries is that you get a good beer from them, but they can't distribute. They don't have the distributing capabilities, and that's how they sell out, is because a big company like Anheuser-Busch will come to them, hey, we can distribute to you all over the country, but we're going to buy your brewery. And they're like, all right, fuck it, you know?
We need this control.
So that's how big corporations or big companies like will get the small breweries to buy in. But what Stone is doing, actually, they have their own distributing company.
Yeah.
They started their own distributing company so that they can distribute their beer, and they started distributing the local beers everywhere as well.
Yeah.
So that kind of protect them from like, you know, don't buy out into the big corporations and because we'll distribute your shit.
Was that the shit that introduced you guys to like the craft beer? Was it Stone?
Well,
it was for me. I mean, it was for me when I was growing up. You know, like getting into beers. I was like, Stone, what the hell's this? And I tried it, and I was like, fuck.
Well, because you just see the bottle and you see a gargoyle, and
right?
You're like, damn, this looks cool.
Yeah.
No, it's actually my buddy Noah that works from Stone now. When we were in college, he was like, oh, because he's from San Diego, so that's the whole thing down there is craft beer. I had no idea what the fuck this was, you know. So he was like, oh, try this beer. It's like, you know, and so I was only used to like Coronas, Modelos, shit like that, you know, obviously.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And then he comes with this fucking just thick, just like bitter ass beer from Stone. It was like a Stone IPA, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? But he was like, no, you gotta like really just taste it, like blah blah blah. He started like this intricate fucking putting his nose in there and shit. Fucking earlobe.
Well, no, we were talking about it, like
making me lick it.
Not a party atmosphere. At home, relax, drink a beer. That's how you get the full experience of a beer.
Yeah,
when there's a lot of people and it's fucking, you know, it's just now you're just drinking.
Yeah, and I think that's why I liked it the most, because it was just my buddy being like, try this thing out. This was what he loved. He was so passionate about, like basically describing this whole fucking beer, how it's smell. How does it smell to you? And I'm like fucking deer piss, but you know what I mean? No, I'm just kidding.
No, yeah, but
you know what I mean? At first when you try them, you're just like, what the fuck? You drink this shit? It's thick. It's like oatmeal.
I was getting into IPAs because you start wandering off. Oh, you start wandering off into different stuff. Because at first, before IPAs, it was like, I mean, we grew up with like Corona, Modelo, but then it's like Shock Top or, you know, Blue Moons or Newcastles.
Right,
you know?
Uh-huh.
I remember the first time I tried a Guinness, I was just like, fuck, this is terrible, dude. This is
well, just because they're thick, they're not like...
Yeah.
I'll still drink a Guinness. Yeah, that's one of my nightcaps. Still one of my nightcaps.
No, Guinness is Guinness are good for sure. But yeah, so I think it was the whole experience of him like giving me that kind of experience that like I was like, oh man, this thing's okay. I can fuck with this. Yeah. Try it again.
Like my favorite.
Try it again.
When it comes to beers, that's my favorite thing. Like when I take a friend to a brewery, I'm like, dude, all right, check it out. This is like Aero Lodge, right? Yeah. These are hazies. These are West Coast IPAs. You want to try this? This is really fruity. But then they have these sours. If you like sours, then we'll get a flight. So we'll get a sour, a stout.
Yeah, try everything. And
shit. It's just like, what do you like? And then try this, you know?
Isn't that some shit right there? Think about that. You're already putting it into their mind as an experience of what they're going to have with this beer. Now, you taste that beer and you're like, what the fuck is this? It tastes like deer piss. But then like I started telling you, no, dude, look at this. You check it out. Let me explain it to you how this works and this and that. And it totally changed your mind. Taste buds are still the same. Yeah. It didn't change.
And then the thing is like, and then you have you get your flight of beer. You sit down. You have a genuine conversation with your friend.
Yeah.
You pull out some fucking Jenga or some Connect 4.
Breweries. Richie always likes to play Connect 4.
Well, I'm still undefeated. That's why.
Oh shit.
You know. So.
Because you haven't played Vincent.
Oh shit.
It's my son. No.
But yeah, it's the whole experience. And the thing is like, every brewery has their one or two beers that are just like their main beers that their staples, flagship beers, and even the whole experience. Like you go to Aero Lodge, and it's like
you ever been to Aero Lodge?
I've been to Aero Lodge.
Thing that looks like it got renewed. Like they expanded it.
Like 6 months ago.
They have this little area that looks like a campsite.
Dude, it's super.
Oh really?
Yeah. So it's things like that. Like
I'm sorry. When you walk in on the right side. Or towards the back?
Towards the back, they expanded that little area.
Oh, okay, yeah. Do you remember they're making construction? Yeah.
So they put turf. They put like a fake fireplace, and in the back it's supposed to be like a tent kind of area.
Nice.
But it's super cool. Like even just, I don't know, just going to places like that and like getting into the culture of it, or like they all have their themes. Like there's a brewery over there back at home called Institution Ale Company. Yeah. That's based off the school.
Where's home?
Camarillo.
Oh, because not Baldwin Park anymore?
Yeah.
Oh,
I moved out the hood.
Go fuck.
But in Camarillo, there's a brewery called Institution. It's based off our school, the Sane Asylum. So like you go in and there's there's photographs of like the school when it used to be an asylum.
Yeah.
And the beers are called like fucking doors that don't like white walls, RX pills,
red rum. They should have called that shit red rum.
But what else do they have? They have like a bunch of like names of like I said, RX pills. Or white walls, fucking RX pills. So it's like the themes of them are super cool. There's another one that's like Poseidon, all like
gods of the ocean, or what?
No, it's like even the lights have what is the fucking submarine? The dudes that like skydive, the little heads.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Scuba diving heads. Yeah. So it's like, and all the tables are like corkscrew. Like it's super cool just to go in. Like it's neat, you know, to go to the places and just the like themes, the themes that they have.
Yeah, because in LA they had Iron Triangle Brewing. That one's
cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
wait, they closed down.
They closed down last year.
They closed down Iron Triangle.
Me and Richie went the last.
But it was supposed to. So Iron Triangle, their theme was that.
Oh, I know. I'm thinking about Angel City. I was thinking Angel City.
Angel City's cool too. Yeah, it's super huge too. And it's nice. They started distributing everywhere now. They have in Ralph's and Vaughn's. Mm-hmm. But like this Iron Triangle, basically, it was like supposedly there was 3 main guys that did all the iron or were the big heads of the ironwork when LA started developing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was like their Iron Triangle.
Yeah, the iron workers, those 3 guys opened up a brewery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. They just said at some point they just said, "Oh, hey, the owners are getting out of the beer industry and we're gonna close down." And that's it. Yeah?
Is that the quickest? The quickest? Because I remember it was maybe like 4 years ago when they opened Iron Triangle, when they opened up and then they just closed down right away. So they only went on for 4 or 5 years, maybe, right?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. The thing is like. And what my buddy Noah was telling me was that the market is just too saturated right now.
Yeah.
There's so many breweries.
There's
Everything's
so many.
popping up.
Yeah.
You have to be really good
at
brewing. Or, exactly. Yeah, they'd be really good at brewing.
Everybody's got a podcast. Everybody's got a brewery.
Yeah.
And everybody tells everybody to make your own. Dude, you got to start your own podcast, man.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I do it all the time.
Yeah.
I was just going to I was going to end the show with this. Dude, you just took my ending. You guys should start your own podcast. Because you know what? Because, as a podcaster, I started off as a podcast listener. Like, I mean, I'm still listening to podcasts.
Yeah.
That's all I do all day long. I enjoyed that more. I want to, it's fucking crazy, dude. I want someone to start a podcast in my area that is doing something that I'm like what I'm doing, but that can do it better than what I'm doing. So that I can listen to that podcast and I can stop podcasting.
Oh, that's easy then. Let's get it going, baby.
There you go, dude. I want to pass the torch.
This guy doesn't do anything but sleep and fucking play Call of Duty. So
no, man, seriously,
not much he can talk about.
There's so much that your community. I mean, you guys are from Baldwin Park. Your community, you guys enjoy your community, right?
Yeah, I do. All
we have is internet. What are you talking
about? There's some people who are just like, yeah, whatever. But I mean, that's any community. But there's, dude, in every city, there's these gems, dude, that you come across and you're just like, dude. But the hard part is that like I would never jump into it because it's like you always come across.
This guy's claiming Camarillo now, bro. So I don't know.
He's calling me a gem. That's all I heard. He said there's these gems that come out of Baldwin Park and over here fucking
flexing.
You know?
Like there's always these people that I come across to. Even, dude, you know how many times I talk to people in saunas inside the gym? I just start talking to the older dudes.
That's weird. Talking to older dudes in the sauna?
No, but
why not, dude?
Whatever. The 24-hour saunas are unisex.
He's approachable.
So but if I go at a consistent time, it's like the same dudes. I see them all the time. I just start talking to them. Nobody talks to them. Everybody's avoiding them. Then it's just like, oh, these old dude, you know?
Mm-hmm. So what do they say?
All these interesting stories, but the hard part that I always think about is like, would they actually, once you get a mic in front of them, would they actually tell these stories?
Well, here's the thing.
That's a question for you, actually.
Here's the thing. So my answer to that is this. The mic's here, but it's not. I keep telling you to get the mic closer to you when you're talking, right?
Yeah.
So when you're engaged in a conversation, then the mic isn't there. The camera's not on. You're having a conversation. Yeah. This is all just accessories. You know what I mean? So that's your job, is to get them in here and have them have a conversation with you, and then convince them that they're just flies on the wall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's kind of like, that's sometimes the hardest part when it comes to an old timer. But the biggest challenge is this: nobody wants to put headphones on.
Yeah, I know.
That's the biggest thing. You guys aren't wearing headphones. I wear them because I got to make sure that you guys are all coming on good, right? You know, But that's the biggest thing. So I won't force you to put on headphones. If you're not comfortable wearing a headphone, don't wear a headphone. Mm-hmm. But just have a conversation, you know? Hey, dude, we were talking about that earlier. It's just all about talking about, you know, expressing yourself, having conversation. We need to start doing more of it. Yeah. We're not doing it because we're always on our phones. You see it every time. Like you're at a restaurant, there's a couple. I see this all the time. There's a couple that probably on a date, but both of them are on their phones.
Yeah.
While they're waiting for their waiter, and the waiter comes, they take their order, they go, and then they get back on their phone.
Well, that's the thing. That's the biggest thing that the American family lost, or any family, is no one sits down at the table to have dinner anymore.
We don't.
Yeah, we don't.
We hardly ever.
No one.
It's rare when we do, but when we, it's rare. We try to do it more. Yeah. You know. Yeah. And we put all we try to turn off the TV, put the phones away, and then try to have a conversation, but. It's just so hard. We get home and we're like, quick. We got to get shit ready. And
like, because the old Mexican, you know, way that you're raised, a lot of times you don't see the mom sit down and eat with you.
She eats after everybody.
After everybody's satisfied, then she sits down and eat. Even to friends' house that I've gone to.
But she's there, though. She's part of.
Yeah, but she's serving everybody. She doesn't sit down and eat with you.
Yeah, but.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's another thing that's true. That'd be cool, you know. Like, and I think in this country,
but you're talking about the Mexican, like, I guess, the culture where the man was the dominant figure in the family, and the female was kind of just like, as sad as it is, just, you know.
Well, yeah, she was a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah.
You know, picking up the kids from school, walking them from school.
Like from back in the day, even like in the 60s, that's the American dream. Your white picket fence, and then the dad works, the mom raises the kids.
I mean, yeah.
Because you would, I mean, I'd assume if I had kids at one point, it would be cool if my wife didn't work, or somebody didn't work, to give more attention to the kids and not a stranger, you know.
Damn, bro, you start making some big cash, dude. I'm telling you right now, dude, you gotta start making like 120 grand a year.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like, because it takes two incomes now,
that
bro.
sounds great. I'll be your wife.
But that's that's in the place that we live in, though. If you move more east. Yeah.
No, it's hard. It's difficult, dude. It's not the same, especially here in Southern California. You can move east more. You can go to like Colton. You can go live in Fontana and Eastville is expensive. Remember, Eastville went away from being narco. They were narco, and now they're like more because the cows left. So now they're Eastville.
That happened. What's that area? Jesus.
Something
ranch.
Yeah.
Phillips Ranch.
Yeah. Phillips Ranch.
It was a big controversy because they don't want poor students at their school or something like that.
Oh, what?
Like they made their own. Yeah.
Phillips Ranch. Yeah. Oh, I know some people that grew up in Phillips Ranch, and I'm like, nah, fool, you're from freaking Pomona. And they're like, no, we're Phillips Ranch. We're Phillips Ranch. Geez. Same thing. We do. Eastville's the same way, dude. Eastville's the same way. You got Etiwanda. Etiwanda's over there, Rancho Cucamonga. It was all Rancho Cucamonga, and then they were like, "No, we're Etiwanda now."
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That goes for everything. Right? It's North El Monte. North El Monte is like the
with the nicer houses.
North El Monte.
Yeah, they do have some big properties. That's where like dudes own horses and stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, you go to school with the other dudes from Almani. What makes it so special?
I don't know. What about Baldwin Park? Does Baldwin Park have an area like that?
No, there's not. I mean, I've never seen like gang activity. You don't really hear shootings and stuff like that. The thing is that they're
still there. They're still around.
Skyrocketed, and a lot of people,
Yeah, that's the thing is a lot of people move out because it's just too expensive.
Yeah.
Then we got what is that called? Gentrification.
Is there gentrification going on in Baldwin Park right now? I don't think there is. Yeah. No, not in Baldwin Park yet.
They attempted certain places. What was that recently? Like, they made some nice little apartments at some places. And every car in the freaking parking lot got like broken into. And then,
there's no such thing as nice apartments. You can't put those two words together.
Well, they're the luxury,
Yeah.
They label them like that.
You got to do like luxury housing.
Every car in the parking lot got broken into. And that's why you don't do that in this area, but people don't get it.
Yeah. No, I mean they all have their own.
They did that in Inglewood, right? And for the Rams Stadium, they raised up everybody's rent. People were on rent. They raised their shit up.
Yeah, there's that. Well, okay, yeah.
So they fucked all those people over.
In LA, I mean, you're talking I mean, Boyle Heights. That's another one, right? Boyle Heights was known as like the ghetto. East LA. Some people go, no, it's East LA, it's Boyle Heights, but it's Boyle Heights. All right. They started doing that gentrification. They started moving people out. They started raising, there's a lot of places in LA that are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what's going on. You can go to downtown LA. I go over there right now sometimes, and I've been driving Lyft, every once in a while. I'll go drop somebody off in LA, and I'm like, fuck, dude, I gotta go to the ghetto. You know what I mean? And then no, I end up with all these fucking hipsters and shit walking around, and I'm like, what the hell? I didn't even know about this place. This is a whole new fucking world, and there's an overpass right over the whole.
California. Well, before I had gone there, I hadn't gone since it was like the LA Sports Arena.
Yeah.
The whole area around it, you're just like, what the. Fuck, looks nothing like I remember it, And they raise up the luxury.
Of course.
But I thought there was a cap. There's always a renter's cap. They can only go certain.
Yeah.
Right? But who decides where the cap's at? I mean, it can go up and up and up and up. I mean, that doesn't, Yeah, there isn't many, and that's mostly like in rural areas, like right here in West Covina, and Yeah. Not in LA. Good luck.
But even in I'm sure there's caps where it's like, even there's below the cap, it's still too much for people.
Yeah, that's true. They can just keep raising it up for sure.
Yeah.
To the cap. So.
But we got.
So what are your guys' plans as far as that? I mean, have you guys even thought about that? Like, I know you're gonna graduate in May 23rd. You're hoping
cross
to get cross your fingers, hoping you get a good job. Right now, you stop going to school. I don't know if you have any intentions of going back.
Yeah, I have to, but I prolonged my.
Well, here's the thing.
It's hard because you have to take a little break, and then
here's
you
the
get
thing,
comfortable. You start working. You're getting paid continuously now, like nice little paycheck, right? You're starting to like that money.
No, but this is what I was telling Eric on the way here. It's like, me personally, I don't advise anyone to go to college or university unless you know what you're gonna do. Because if you go not knowing what you want or what you're gonna do, you're wasting time and money.
Okay.
Because then you fall into a degree that you probably don't want, or that it was easy for you to get, so you're gonna get it. You got yourself in some debt when, like Eric, you could have just been working those 4 years, making money, and not losing that money into debt, not wasting your time because you come out with a degree and then you work a job that doesn't have to do with your degree.
Yeah.
Everybody has a degree nowadays.
Right.
So that's why
everybody has a degree, but are they applying it to their actual position that they're working in?
Well, because
now?
It's so saturated. Like, a ton of people have all these degrees, and unfortunately for me, I got into a degree where it's like, all right, I know what I'm going to do. Like, I'm going to be a nurse. That's obviously.
Well, yeah.
But when
there's always a demand for that in that field, yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I don't advise anyone to, if you don't know what you want or you're gonna do after you graduate with that degree, don't get yourself into that debt. Don't waste your time, because not only are you losing the money that you're paying to the school, you're also losing the money that you could have earned while you were working that time. Right. So the thing nowadays, everybody's such like, it's a rush. I need to get my degree before I'm 23. Or like, and it's just to please your parents. You don't even know. Why are we obligated to know what we want to do when we're 21, 18, we graduate high school, and our parents.
So when I tell people that, I'm like, dude, so I had to figure out, a lot of people don't, when you're in high school, you don't really have the, your parents don't really let you make your own decisions about your own life. And then all of a sudden you're 16, 17, all right, I got to take the SAT and the ACT, and I got to pick out where I'm going to take them and all this, and what I do want to do for the rest of my life. All that process starts when you're 16, 17.
Yeah, and it happens so quick. Within 2 years, you're supposed to know what you want to do, what school you're going to want to go to.
At 18,
you're young. Yeah. You've literally lived about 10% of your life. Like, why are we obligated to already know what we want to do?
Yeah.
Why? It should be it should be later in life, and you're younger. You're supposed to be trial and error. You get into this, I didn't like that. You get into this, I didn't like that either. I get into this, I like that. Let's do this. Put 110% on that. Mm-hmm. But I think it's us all being in the United States, especially coming from immigrant parents. It's like, we want to make them happy, and they were here. They didn't have a college or the ability to go to college and get a degree, so I have to do that for them. Yeah. When it's like, the kids have that pressure on them where it's like, this is the American way. We have to get a degree, go to college, but it's like, blah, blah, you don't even know what you want to do. Yeah. Like, the thing is, you want to be happy and work in a place or do something that makes you happy.
Yeah.
But we don't know what makes us happy.
Let me ask you this: so you're doing what you're doing now, May 23rd. You're gonna graduate. That's the field that you want to get into? That's the one that you want to do? 100%. Not because it was easier.
Too late to turn back.
Oh, it's not easy.
It's not easy.
Yeah, you take that back.
Take that back, son of a. Take that back. Okay, but that's the one you wanted to do. From the get go, you started. The get-go. That's the one you wanted to do, and that's what you.
I'll tell you this. I went to I went to my orientation at Channel Islands, and my orientation leader asked everybody, like, cause we were in little groups. He was like, "All right, let's go around and see what the majors are."
Yeah.
And everybody was like, whatever, blah blah. Came up to me and I was like, "Oh, I'm in pre-nursing," and he's like, "Oh, do you have a plan B?" And look at him like, "Bitch, what the fuck?" You like, what? I don't need a plan B. All I need is a plan A, and I'm gonna execute.
Right.
Because this is what I want.
Yeah.
I've wanted to be a nurse since I was like in 5th grade.
Yeah. Did not know that about you, but yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
No, because you did when you applied. Didn't you apply for engineering at other places?
So yeah. So I wanted to be also an engineer. It was either engineer or nursing.
Yeah.
But 6th grade, I was very fascinated in the nursing, and then I got into once I started like getting in, and the engineering was more of like the money aspect.
Okay.
Which doesn't matter to me now. I'm in the business of like helping people. I love the whole process of the body healing itself. Even like just like getting cuts and just seeing how the body can regenerate. Like that's like a mirror. Like it's crazy to see. Or even childbirth.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've seen childbirth live, and it's insane.
Yeah.
You no?
Well, yeah. Well, twice.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just crazy how like 2 cells can become a whole human body.
Yeah.
That has a heart, pumps this liquid all over your body. That
right.
The whole system, the whole human system is just fascinating to me.
Right.
So that's why I liked it. But the engineering stuff was like more of, I did apply to place for engineering, but it was more like, oh, engineers, I heard they make a lot of money, whatever. Yeah. But that didn't fascinate me. So I went to Channel Islands. They had they're actually one of the top 10 nursing schools in California. So I was like, all right, give it a shot, whatever. I'm going to give everything I got. And then this orientation leader tells me that, and I'm like, oh fuck, it's on now. Like,
yeah.
I'm not.
Did that light a fire in you? Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I was like, what? Like, it's so, well, the thing, it wasn't even that he told me that you have a plan B. It was more like, this thing is hard. Let's go.
Yeah.
I like the whole challenge, or like, just like other people can't do it, but I can do it.
Yeah.
And that's like our acceptance rate is like 5%. So it's pretty hard to get into school.
Yeah.
I guess the program itself.
Yeah.
But that definitely lit a fire, because I was like, oh shit, this is hard. So it's a competition now. Mm-hmm. Let's go. But yeah, hopefully I graduate. I actually have, so the reason why I want to go to ER-ICU is because I want to be a CRNA eventually. So it's a certified
what?
CRNA.
What is that? Certified registered nurse?
Nurse anesthetist.
Oh, okay.
So you're basically an anesthesiologist.
Uh-huh. Oh,
and,
those get paid good.
Yeah, but it's cool because so you're in the operating room.
No, I'm just laughing, dude.
Well, because you're looking for a mate, because he
yeah.
Can, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Right. Yeah, buddy.
We're going to southern states now, baby. About to go to Tennessee and get married with my brother. So the CRNAs are cool because you're in the operating room and you're basically just putting the patient to sleep. Mm-hmm. But it's cool because I like to see the whole, like, cutting someone open, or repairing stuff inside, things like that. The only reason why I don't want to be like an operating room nurse is because you're handing tools. It's not like anything cool. And so at a CRNA, if like your patient flatlines, stops breathing, everybody backs off, and it's up to you to bring this person back.
You get in there, yeah.
So
you
that
get in the fire.
And like I said, I like the whole adrenaline aspect where
the rush,
ER stuff. It's like you never know what you're gonna get. You might get some gunshot wounds, and you're like, oh, let's get it going, baby.
Yeah.
And so that's why the CRNA stuff is like very fascinating to me. But it's really expensive, 3 years, and you cannot work. You can't work and go to school.
Yeah.
Once you're in CRNA school, they like make sure you don't work because it's basically full
just
time.
school
like,
only,
hard.
And that's it.
Yeah. But that's what like, again, is fascinating to me because it's like.
So that after May 23rd, that's still another one. After.
Well, so I need to get 2 to 3 years of ER-ICU experience.
Okay.
And then I need a shadow like anesthesiologist, get letters of rec, apply to a school, hopefully get in, and then we're back in.
So we're not gonna get paid until like what, 4 or 5 years? 3 years?
I don't. Yes, yeah. I mean, we'll see how it goes. Well, because the thing is that the CRNA school is super expensive. So my plan is to, not get paid for now and save up the money so I can pay for the CRNA school, do that, and then we'll see.
How are you going to save the money? What do you do for work?
Oh, well, I'm going to work as an RN.
Oh, okay.
Somewhere.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Save that money so that I can, one, pay for the school and also basically sustain myself for 3 years.
So that kind of prolongs your education a little bit, right? Because you got to work for a while, save up some money, and then start the program.
Yeah, okay. And that's to get in,
still,
and they're super hard.
You're still a registered nurse, so you still get good money in the beginning.
Right.
Yeah, but it's like it's rigorous. Like that's why they don't want you to work at all. Yeah. Like you can't work, and like other programs, like if you want to be a family nurse practitioner, it's another advanced or master's in nursing. You can work while you do that. Yeah. But CRNA, they make sure you don't because they know it's like,
more intense.
It's rigorous. Yeah. But as the theme goes, I like it when it's hard. So
yeah, you know what I mean? Who doesn't? So then you weren't decided. You didn't know what you wanted to get into. You started the education process and everything after high school, and then what happened there?
It was political science, but then at some point you just, I don't know. I think it's like thought process at some point. I'm just like, what the fuck am I even doing? What am I gonna do? You know?
Well, I remember you were really into like your community, and you wanted to get involved, and you wanted to make a difference. You wanted to make changes. What happened?
Then at some point, I just didn't want to do that anymore. I guess I just started.
Did you see the ugliness in it, or what? And you were just like, nah, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, that was basically it. It's just like.
Well, I think it's also like. And this is just me seeing from the outside. You're figuring yourself out.
Yeah.
Which is totally fine. Like I said, it's not. You're still young. There's nothing,
Yeah, but then at some point, there's another pressure where it's like, okay, you take a little break from school, but then at some point, one has a break taking too long,
Yeah.
And there's all these I've always been an overthinker, so then I overthink everything, and I ask all these fucking questions. At what point
to yourself, or are you asking this to someone else? Or
no,
you're not talking to anybody, but you got to start talking to people.
Yeah,
get some feedback.
Share my thoughts with somebody else.
So what are some of the questions that you're asking yourself?
At what point is it too? I don't know. That's a
the
big
break,
question.
like the break.
At some point, wasn't too long of a break? Because the whole time I always say like, you know what? Like you're 18, you don't really know what you're gonna do. So it's okay if you take a little break to figure it out or think of something that you find passion for. Because you never really get that opportunity. But most people aren't willing to do that because there's so much pressure from your parents. I've talked to so many people where it's like, dude, my parents would disown me if I stopped going to school.
Yeah.
Or I know a guy who told me he went to UCLA law, and his dad disowned him because he didn't pass the bar exam on the first try.
Damn.
And he passed it on the second, but just because he didn't pass it on the first try,
Well, that's different. So, are you getting a different response from your parents? though? Like, are you getting that same pressure? Yeah,
my parents were, upset.
Yeah. But what about now? I mean, like
at
now.
At some point, I just stopped fucking caring.
Yeah.
But then that's always been me. I always think for myself. I don't really think for
Yeah.
And I never really felt pressure of like I got to do this or I got to show off this, right? And a lot of people my age feel.
Have you thought though, like okay, am I gonna work? Am I gonna be that guy that's just working?
No, I don't.
Is that me now? Am I just gonna work at day to day at this whatever job, whatever I'm doing until I'm done? Or am I going to look for a career? Am I looking for something different? Like, are those the questions that are going through your mind right now? Or that
you got to think of something.
Yeah.
It's almost like you create your own pressure.
How old are you again?
24.
24. I mean, you're still young, but right now is appropriate time to be starting to ask those questions and start to figure out getting those answers.
I think what's most important is this is the important time to fail.
Yeah, that's the other one.
We're scared to fail.
When I was like 18, 19, it was just so much of a big fear of failing. My fear of failing was like huge,
I think we just need.
I'm looking stupid, and it's like, dude. At some point, I just started like, I already look stupid. Who cares?
Yeah, you definitely do.
I mean, you're still young. I mean, look, when like me. All right, so you guys know my story, right? More or less. Right out of high school, I started working. I mean, I went to college for like a minute. I had a cup of coffee over there. I was like, I'm out. I started working. I've been working and trying to make as much money as I can. It's always chasing that dollar. It's never like, what's going to be the best for me, right? In the long run, it's always been chasing the dollar.
Yeah.
there's been opportunities that I missed. Because I already knew I wasn't going to go to school and I wasn't going to get that big education, career, diploma, whatever. I already knew that it wasn't going to happen. So I started always chasing the dollar.
Yeah.
There's times when I probably should have took the pay cut and chased a different path. Like, for example, gas company, right? I'll tell you straight up, gas company. I should have took that path. I got the job. And when I found out how much I was going to make as a meter reader, I was like, dude, that's a pay cut. I ain't fucking doing that shit. I'm getting paid way more right now, Mm-hmm. Now that I think about it, and I see my buddy that's still to this day in the gas company, and he was working there before I even got the job, is making big bucks now because he waited it out. He was getting paid that small little paycheck, and he waited it out. Now he's getting paid big bucks. You know what I mean? And I was chasing the dollar. I was like, no, I'm getting paid more over here, so I didn't. Now, at this age of 38, I'm still like, all right, the fuck am I still gonna do what I'm doing now? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, do I gotta start looking for a different, fucking job? Like, you know what I mean? So it's tough, you know what I mean? So you don't want to get stuck in that bubble. 24 is still young, but you don't want to get stuck there. So you need to start thinking, if you're not gonna go to school and you're not gonna look for that, you gotta start looking for a trade. You know what I mean? Like your cousin Albert. He went out, he looked for that trade, and he got it, and that's what he's gonna do. That dude's gonna be retired at 55 or 60, or whatever it is, but he's gonna be set.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So he did it right. And it took him a while, but he did it right. He made the mistakes, like you said, at an early age, because he was able to do it. No commitment, Boom.
Yeah.
Those are the kind of things that you need to start.
It's a lot more helpful because the way he looks at things,
Yeah.
And there's always, in his mind, there's always space for improvement, And that also helps you out a lot.
Yeah. And dude, and one thing that I like about him is that he's taken tests before, and I admire this from and like he's one example, and I have my buddy that is from Channel Islands has an example just like that. He failed one of his I guess tests to get promoted up or whatever. Yeah. And he put that on his wall. So I wake up every morning and look at that shit, and it pumps me up.
He did that, Albert?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he has it up. His failure note that they told him you failed the test.
Yeah.
Put that up on his wall, and that's his motivation. Nice. I fucking dig that shit. Yeah. And that's the thing is we're so scared to fail or look stupid. It's no, fuck that. Use that as your fuel. My buddy, from Channel Islands, after his first year of college, I roomed with him. He basically got disqualified because his GPA was way too low.
Yeah.
He failed his classes, and they told him hey, if you don't pick it up this next semester, we're sorry, we're gonna have to drop you from the school.
Yeah.
And dude, now this guy is a double major in math and physics, with a 3.5 and above. Yeah. And he is fucking killing. Number one in every fucking class that he takes in physics and math.
Yeah.
This guy is a fucking animal, and he and it's just I love to see that shit when you're just the thing is
that drive, that just keeps.
Where he's all right, well then fucking we're gonna do this shit and let's go. He saw I think he saw his mistakes that first year. He took all these classes that were just way above his and there were kind of classes that he wasn't really too interested in. He got into the class that he was interested in, math and physics, and just completely murdered him.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just like to see that shit where it's you don't look at your failures as that.
Don't look at it as so much as defeats, but more as a room for improvement or yeah.
There's this. I was listening to this other
motivation
podcast the other day, and this guy was saying that I guess his daughter is in gymnastics, and he's she's never lost, and I'm fucking scared. And I was like, what the fuck? And he was like, I'm scared because when she faces defeat, I don't know how she's gonna act because she's never tasted that yet.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. People gotta get punched in the face sometimes. And that's how we fucking learn.
Dude, it's funny you say that because I'm thinking the same thing with Vincent, right now he's always been the best one on his team. He's always the best one on his team. But he's 9 years old and he's already thinking he's good. I'm good. I'm content. I don't got to put in more work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I keep telling him, "Oh, dude, you got to work harder because there's the next guy that's working harder and harder." And I keep pushing him, and we're trying to work, but he's already comfortable. He's relaxed. He's like, "Fuck, I'm good." And it's going to happen, dude. It's going to happen. I already know. 10, 11 years old, that kid's just gonna fucking
hard work beats talent.
Outwork him out, and then he's not gonna be the number one anymore. So it's gonna happen, and I keep you push him as much as you can, and you just gotta wish for the best, but you gotta keep at him.
You gotta wish when he takes that defeat. It's like
I'm hoping for that too, man. I'm not lying. I'm like just like you said, the podcaster. I'm hoping that he does. I'm hoping that someone beats him out on a position. I'm hoping that he gets humbled. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he's a kid that no matter what I do, we raised him to be very confident. You know what I mean? And we want him to be very confident. So where I'm trying to skip that step of him being humbled.
Yeah.
But he needs to. He needs to get humbled. He needs to get crushed. He needs to get punched in the face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's important.
Sometimes physically, or literally, or figuratively.
Yeah.
But he does need to get punched in the face, and I'm hoping that it comes soon because I want him to get it because he's so young. Yeah. He's only 9, 10 years old, and I want him to be 13, 14 years old, already have faced that.
Yeah.
Defeat.
And overcome
it.
Yeah. Put him in boxing. We'll give him a couple rounds for sure.
I know, right? Let's do that shit.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
Give him a couple rounds in there.
Like it,
yeah.
Yeah, no, that'd be cool. Me and Eric spar all the time.
I know.
Dude,
yeah.
Some good little fights for sure.
They get at the Baldwin Park.
Baldwin Park Boxing Club.
Yeah. Some good boxers that have come out of there.
Yeah, Jose Chon Cepeda for sure.
Yeah, he's our favorite.
He had his title fight with Jose Ramirez. What was it, like a couple months ago? February
2019. Yeah.
2019. Our opinion, he fucking won that fight. Should have been the new. No,
it's not biased though. No.
Not biased at all. Everyone.
The first half he was outboxing.
Even other pro fighters were like, Chon Cepeda won. Like
he's a really good boxer. He's really like fuck. The only way I can explain is like slippery. He's tricky to catch and get his timing or anything. But
yeah,
he actually he was a sparring partner with Mayweather for the Maidana fight.
Oh, for Pacquiao. He always gets.
Oh, for Pacquiao because he's southpaw.
Opponents tend to call him up for sparring.
Yeah,
but he's slick. I think
he's a southpaw. That's why they also.
Yeah, he's very slick because
is he the biggest guy that has come out of that gym or no? From Baldwin Park? Yeah.
Come out of there, yeah, for sure.
I mean, there's been other.
Like John Molina
Jr.
trained there for sure.
I think
he didn't like come.
Somebody else told me that Ronda Rousey used to train at the judo. There's a little judo area. Right next door too.
Yeah.
Oh really?
But there's a lot of history with the Baldwin Park Boxing Club because before they used to do the blue and gold boxing tournament, amateur tournament. That was really big. A lot of people like from the East Coast would come in.
Oh really?
Yeah, I think Tidal used to host it, but they used to host it at the gym.
Yeah.
So they use the facility, I guess. So there's a lot of history with that gym.
Yeah.
But I mean, recently it's Chon
Cepeda for sure. He's still signed with ESPN, I think so, or Top Rank. Top Rank.
Right? Yeah, I think he signed with a Mech.
Because ESPN doesn't have any fighters, legit actual fighters, right? ESPN is just providing the.
Yeah, no, I meant Top Rank. Top Rank gets signed with ESPN, so they only broadcast over.
Yeah,
ESPN.
Yeah, it's their broadcast.
So that's when they had not last fight, right?
Yeah,
it was 2 fights ago. Last fight?
He fights on ESPN.
Yeah.
Regularly.
Oh, he actually had a lot. His last fight was against prior opponent of Gervonta Davis, Sniper Pedraza.
Tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he beat him.
Yeah.
Chon beat Pedraza.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm sure they were rooting for Pedraza because he's a Puerto Rican dude, fucking, whatever. But fucking Chon put an ass whooping on that guy. So
we'll see what's next for him. Yeah. There's the.
But that gym's good. You should definitely put. I mean.
Yeah, I don't know if you.
No.
Yeah, he probably won't. Fucking.
You don't like that?
Nah. I've tried putting him in
combat stuff.
Yeah, Muay Thai and.
Vince isn't the.
Nah, dude.
Combat.
It's weird because some kids.
I mean, he loves wrestling with his cousins and all that stuff, but he doesn't want to.
Yeah, there's some kids that they love to get punched in the face. Other kids that fuck this, I'm done.
Yeah.
Well, I remember I used to spar before Eric even went. I would go spar because on Thursdays we sparred back in the day. I don't know how they do it now. They just spar whenever. But back in the day, Thursday was sparring day, so I'd go. Mom would pick me up, but dude, my head would fucking hurt
just
all
ringing
day.
Yeah.
all like my head would just fucking. No, I didn't have.
Hey, no CT though, right?
Hopefully not. Very minimal for sure. But we did headgear, all that stuff. But we'd get into like some good little fights, and my fucking head would be ringing, or like my mom would be like, "Oh my God, you need to stop going. Like your nose is all fucking red." And blah blah blah. And I'm like, "It is what it is." That's what we do. But I think it's more of like I said, you gotta fucking face some kind of adversity.
You gotta
someone being your fucking ass.
You gotta get someone to fuck you up a little bit. You know what I mean? You gotta get punched. I've always said it. You gotta get punched in the face, dude.
Yeah.
I got punched in the face. I remember. I was never like that badass fucking kid, right? I was never a fighter. I was never like, at the school trying to like
start fights.
Yeah, I was never that kid. But I did get punched in the face. I got punched right in the nose in the basketball. I was playing basketball. I got punched right in the nose. Scott Cornell. I've said it before on the other podcast. Scott Cornell, he punched me right in the face. I'm like, why did he fucking do that shit, dude? I didn't fucking do shit to him. He fucking punched me in the face.
He just came up to you, just socked you.
Well, we're playing basketball. Maybe he got a little physical, and he punched me in the face. And I was like, all right. And then he just started doing his fucking dance and shit. Maybe he trained, I don't know. But he's like doing this dance like this right here around me. Little cumbias and shit, fucking,
Hell yeah.
And I'm just standing here just staring at him as he's running around me. And I'm just fucking staring and following him, staring at him. No, I didn't do shit to him. I didn't react. I didn't do anything to him. But I took a hit. I didn't drop. I just took a hit right to the face. But everybody needs to get hit. After that, I got a little bit more confident. All it did was it built my confidence.
Yeah.
That I knew that someone could punch me in the face, and it's not that bad. It's not that bad. You know what I mean? I took a hit, and after that, I was like, I got into a few more scuffles and shit, and it was easy. I was confident enough to know that if I got hit in the face, I can still go back and hit someone else and go at it. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing that I learned from it. The first time I ever got hit in the face, I was never a bully, and I never tried to anticipate a fight or not. But I knew that I can take a hit and I can, go at it.
Yeah, and that's the thing is just you just know that you're gonna keep going. You like fuck put you down.
Yeah.
But nah, we fucking Eric and I at least fucking throw it down a couple times and shit. And it's
at home or at home or at the boxing.
We used to fight out in our backyard for sure.
Yeah?
We'd lace up the gloves.
My
dad was fucking bad influence. Because after we'd watch like a boxing fight, he'd order us a pay-per-view. All right, fucking here the gloves, put them on, let's go, baby.
We grew up in a house of boxing.
Yeah. So all of our friends would just fucking randomly put on gloves and just start fucking each other up. It wasn't like he'd always be there and just like not taking care of us, but taking care of us.
Right, watching over you.
Yeah, watching someone there, but we used to fucking throw it down. And I even sparred. Well, I didn't spar him. I fought my dad once. Yeah, dude, it was crazy. I don't know. You probably weren't there. We were out in the backyard, and then
you're the youngest of the family.
Yeah. So I had gone. I was already in boxing for like 2 years. He had a couple beers, and he was like, he threw me the gloves. He's like, "Fucking put them on." I'm like, "All right, whatever." Let's just fucking fight.
How old were you? 16?
16, 17.
Yeah.
And
that's about right. Standard age of trying to fight your dad.
No, well, he came up.
I did it with my dad.
He came to me and he threw me the gloves. He's like, and then he put on his gloves and he's like, all right, let's go. And I'm like, fuck, I'm about to fuck up my dad right now. In my head, I'm like, he has no idea what's coming to him. Yeah, no, sure enough, like, well, he had a couple beers and then I was just teeing off on him. I was like, and then I think he like the next morning, because I would just hit him in the chest, obviously.
Yeah.
The next morning he woke up, he's like, what the fuck? He's like, dude, what happened last night? And I'm like, I fucked your ass up, Dad. What's up? That's what happens when you beat me as a kid. No, I'm just kidding. He didn't do that, but
it's okay.
That was cool. It was cool to like fight my dad just because I knew how to fight.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, but that motherfucker can hit. I took like 1 or 2 hits from him.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever felt a harder punch.
Yeah,
that guy has like hands of stone.
It's different, dude. Manpower is different. Manpower is different. Because I remember when I was 16, 17 years old now, and I put the gloves on with my dad, and I went off on him, and I was just going off on him, bah, 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 and all he did was just tuck, cover, boom, 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 and I'm just going off on him, hitting his shoulders, his arms, his elbows, hitting everywhere, trying to hit this side, and trying to just going at it. Once I got tired, he just went. One jab, boom, laid me out, dude. One jab, one jab, just went boom. He didn't even do it hard. I was just gassed out, and he just put me out. that's when I knew, like, fuck, it ain't what I thought it was.
Yeah. Nah, well, the thing is also
like even like not so. I mean, even pretty recently, like dudes. But I already been boxing long enough so I could know.
Yeah.
That like you just let them gas out because they don't know. They don't really know how to breathe. They don't really,
And you had an amateur fight, right?
Yeah. But I mean, I was always heavier, so I never really tried it because even at the weight that I was at, it's just dudes are pretty big,
Yeah.
So they're really
dudes are huge.
Yeah, dudes are huge, like 6-footers, and you're just like,
yeah.
I was just like going to work out.
Did you just have that one fight though?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was
mostly just for the workout though.
Yeah, training, and I would always spar dudes from the gym, but I don't really try to go out crazy either, because some dudes just fucking love like banging with other dudes,
Yeah.
Oh, some fucking. No, but they just get into like even at gyms.
Is that what you're trying to do to me when we spar? Or what?
No, dudes. Like dudes just like going to war with other dudes at freaking gyms for sparring. That shit, it's really common.
Yeah.
That's probably where most of the damage happens to boxers.
Yeah.
And I never really liked that. I was just getting some good.
Yeah. When Eric and I spar, we work. We're not there to fuck each other up.
Try,
even though if I wanted to, I definitely could.
Oh.
But we work.
Little brother talk.
Oh,
yeah.
That's my little brother.
Do you remember? I was asking you about this guy named Tyson. They used to go work out at that gym with you guys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, whatever happened to that guy?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything from him, or his brother goes.
Oh, younger brother.
He has a younger brother. His brother is really good.
Yeah.
But Tyson was a beast though. When he was like in his prime, like actually committed to the sport. Because I was still there when he was coming in, and dude, that guy can fucking punch.
Yeah.
And he was fast. He was
Had
agile. Because he was kind of short. Yeah.
Head movement, right?
We would call him Little Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Little Tyson.
But that happens a lot. I've seen a lot of kids who go in there. They don't really know how to fight, and then they train them. The coaches dedicate time to them. They get really good, really slim, and they just disappear.
Yeah.
Well, what happens a lot of times is basically that, and then they spar them against someone that's like okay, for the guy to fucking obviously work with the guy, and then they put him against someone that's like a little higher tier.
Yeah.
And then he gets his shit beat, and then it's like fuck this, I'm done.
Yeah, some dudes from other gyms too. They embarrass you. I seen other dudes from other gyms come and they embarrass kids. But they're just because they're good.
Yeah.
Bunch of amateur fights.
They've been doing it longer, or like their dads trained them, so like they put that one-on-one attention to them. Where like if you go to Baldwin Park, like the trainers are good, but if you're lucky if you get some quality time with them, like actually hitting pads consistently every day.
Yeah.
They'll work with you, but
Yeah.
but if you have your dad going with you every day, hitting mitts with you, fucking telling you what to do, you know.
Yeah, there's some dads are like that. Yeah, but that's in every sport. There's those dads that are,
Yeah.
really invested.
Wasn't somehow you guys were fighting, or you guys went to maybe like a camp or two or whatever for that boxer El Arroyo?
No.
Was it Arroyo? El Perro Aguayo?
Oh, no. Perro Angulo.
Perro Angulo.
No, we didn't go to his.
Didn't he have like a gym here in West Covina or something like that?
No, Ponce de Leon.
Oh, Ponce de Leon did.
He lives in West Covina. He had his gym in
Montebello.
Used to. I think he sold it to Leo Santa Cruz.
Yeah, so Leo Santa Cruz's current gym is Ponce de Leon's old gym.
We went once, and my cousin is like good
in Montebello.
His gym is in Montebello.
Oh,
his gym is in Montebello, but my cousin is like really tight with him.
With Ponce de Leon.
Yeah. So we went to. Did we go? Oh no, we went to Ponce de Leon's house.
Oh, okay.
I've gone to Ponce de Leon's gym too.
He was the WBC title holder at the time, so he let us like fucking check it out, hold the belt and shit. It was cool. He's cool as dude.
Yeah.
But he lives here in Westco, and he has his gym. I think he's just doing like broadcasting now.
Yeah.
But he had that gym and he sold it to Leo Santa Cruz, so Leo Santa Cruz has it now. But yeah, it was cool, man. It was just like,
what's your favorite broadcasting team? You have multiple ones. Because there's the DAZN one's fucking awful.
The DAZN's, oh my god.
Who's the DAZN team? I don't.
The only guy that I know is Sergio Mora, and
he's an ex-fighter. Yeah,
he's an ex-fighter.
I like that. I like that they're giving.
Yeah.
I always think like after.
But the ex-fighters always make pretty good broadcasters because they know the fight, they know what's going on in the fight, they know what the fighters are thinking and what I like. Ex-fighters
he does
as
give good insight,
yeah.
but the other guys are just basically whoever's the DAZN fighter, they're just fucking just jerking him the whole day. Yeah. The whole fight, they're just fucking stroking that guy.
But then it's like, dude, what the bad part is that we're comparing them to. We grew up watching HBO. All the Mayweather fights were HBO. Yeah, but
Jim Lampley.
Guys in 30 years into boxing.
Passionate. These guys are just like.
His own barely started a year or two ago.
Well, even the
not gonna be the same.
Even the quality sucks. Like out of nowhere, their audio go off. I don't know where they're fucking.
Yeah,
what kind of fight was it? The first kind of fight on
the first ever DAZN pay-per-view event was like shit. Remember, it didn't go out and like people were.
Well,
like,
there was two cameras. One was good and one was like blurry.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah,
it was a Canelo fight.
Ridiculous. Yeah, and then you have all these people paying fucking a monthly fee for that shit. Get out of here.
Well, it's like with the UFC right now, ESPN Plus. You're paying monthly, and then you still have to purchase
that one's a coffee stout, by the way. I was gonna tell you.
I know this is a nightcap right here.
This one was cool because it's a nano IPA. I didn't even read it, but it's ABV 3.3. So if you go somewhere and you see a session IPA, usually they're lower in alcohol content. So usually, like if I'm driving, I usually just stick to session IPAs.
Did you say if you're the driver?
Yeah.
Like you drink and drive.
You drink and drive?
Are you?
I always take a Lyft. I'm a Lyft driver, bro. You should start calling Lyft.
I'm usually the passenger, but I'll survive though. Cause
if you guys are ever,
I'm good.
If you're ever in a tight spot, make sure that you guys download the code the TAP under Lyft, and then you guys can make sure you guys get yourself a $5.
New Year's Day.
That shit would have been handy if you would have told
me. Get yourself a $5 credit.
Picked us up on New Year's Day, dude.
What happened New Year's Day?
The Ubers were like $160. We were at Angel City.
Yeah, so the first I was like, Richie came up to me. He's like, all right, we're gonna go pay for the for on the way there. We're gonna go to Angel City. We're at
you guys keep talking.
So we went. I was gonna tell you, I need to go to the restroom, but after you come back. But so for New Year's we went at Mount Low because Richie was like, dude, let's go to a brewery. I'm like, dude, I'm down. Hell yeah. Went at Mount Low. After 12 o'clock, whatever, Richie was like, hey, let's go to Angel City. We'll jump in the Uber now, and then you get our ride back. I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever, I was like, probably usually it's like $30 there, $30 back, whatever, or less than that. So I figured, whatever, it'll be $30, $40 maybe, On the way back, we went to Angel City till they closed. On the way back, it was $110 for Uber and $164 for Lyft. And we're just like, fuck, dude. Yeah.
So we started walking.
Yeah.
So I called one of my friends. I was like, because I have a couple friends that don't drink. I was like, dude, one of my friends, the first guy that I called, I was like, this guy for sure. Like, he's a homie. And I was like, hey, dude, what are you doing? He's like, I'm not really doing anything. I just got home. I was like 1:30.
Yeah. That's my friend. That's my high school friend.
Dude, I was debating driving that night, and I was like, should I drive? Because they told us, the rates are high, dude. Yeah. You're gonna get paid, dude. So I was debating. I'm like, nah, dude. I don't fucking. There's a lot of crazies out there.
Yeah, drunk drivers.
And I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'll just stay here with my family. Yeah. So I didn't drive, but I was debating, dude. I was like, I can make some I probably make some good money, dude. Like just on like a four or five rides, I probably could have made some good money, dude.
Our rates were insane. That's what we were like, what the fuck?
164. It was like a 25-minute drive.
Yeah.
And we're just like, dude. So I called my friend. I told him, dude, I'll give you $50. He's like, wow, dude, I'll come down. Hell yeah. He's like, just give me 20 minutes. I was like, sure. So we waited.
That's good.
We did that instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that instead.
Oh yeah, there is no potty breaks here, bro. So I mean, if you need to go, we're gonna end the show.
What the?
Yeah.
I just peed my pants in. Fuck it. I'll just.
But no. You guys, we're gonna come to an end. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's. We've been going on for this is probably the longest podcast that I've ever done.
Really?
But it doesn't feel like, dude. I don't feel it, dude. I swear to God, I don't feel it. It's been.
I feel like we're just warming up.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
We might have a part. We might have a part 2. We definitely have to have a part 2.
Yeah. We'll have to. He's gonna start school now, so then later.
Maybe later. Well, you're gonna wait. No, he's gonna graduate.
I start school on Monday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine.
From now till May, maybe.
No, we still got some time. I'm not. When I say part 2, we're not gonna do it like in 2 weeks. We're gonna do it like 2-3 months. So.
Yeah.
On May 23rd, like a graduation one. Oh, we'll do a graduation podcast. No, we
can't. I'm gonna be blacked out by then.
Nah, after when
my
you
graduation.
when you come to.
I'm thinking like I walk at like 9 a.m. and I was thinking to myself, "Fuck, I gotta wake up at 4 a.m. to start drinking, just to get a little buzz." By the time 9 a.m. hits around, I start walking and shit. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see. I don't know.
That and then after you walk, then you gotta go to your celebration.
Yeah.
And then you gotta drink there. Man, it's gonna be a whole night of that.
It's just gonna black out.
I'm not even thinking about going to your graduation. I'm just gonna go to your celebration.
Yeah.
I just take pictures of me while I'm on the floor and then just go. Yeah. Just take the tacos.
Imagine everybody shows up and he's just blacked out. Yeah.
He's gonna be done.
Where's Richie at? Where's Richie at?
He'll be done.
He'll be done
with his 4 friends at his party.
I feel like you guys are underestimating me.
With his 4 friends because his mom invited everybody else. Yeah.
Well, I only have 3, so I don't know how I would invite
Moms
4.
do that though. They
do that shit.
I'm gonna throw you a birthday party, but all my friends are coming.
Yeah.
Don't invite your friends.
Bunch of comadres and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. To put it on Facebook. Look at my son. He graduated.
Oh, I know, dude.
That's what they want.
Facebook because all my family's on it.
That's their biggest.
And uncles.
You know, our moms want to show off.
Yeah.
My son graduated. What'd your son do?
Yeah, that's fine though. Let her do that shit. No, you know.
And that's the thing though. Like, even dude, like on my Instagram, like on my stories, all I post is like, oh, I'm at a brewery. Yeah. You know, every weekend and shit. But what I was telling Beto is that like. But I don't post the shit that I do during the week when I'm studying until 1 a.m.
doing your work and popping pills. Not just kidding. When you're doing your work,
doing my lines so I can stay up. No, what do you call it? Well, because no one gives a fuck about me studying. Like, that's not
dude.
Cool.
We just talked about that. Nobody posts that shit on Instagram. You post all the good shit on Instagram. Yeah, you don't post like the.
But no one wants to see me study because like the thing is, I'll post a brewery and then the next day someone will be like, "Oh, fucking invite me next time you go." Yeah. You know, I'm not gonna fucking post me studying and like, "Oh, invite me next time you study." Like, that shit don't happen. Not that I'm looking for that.
People do that shit, but those are losers.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Definitely. So you know, so that's why like. People just on my Instagram, I'm like, oh, it's me drinking every fucking weekend, but they don't see like
I'm up late. Dude, I've talked to people that are like, what you been up to? Seems like you and your brother just drink every day. Damn, you know. I'm like,
and it's just like, dude, you don't see that like Monday through Friday. I'm legit in our school library studying all fucking day, highlighting my fucking book. And then during the week when I want to, you know, give my time to fucking wind down, I'll go to a brewery, drink a beer or 2. And it's not like I fucking get hammered.
We don't see that because you don't post it. So maybe you start posting it on your story. You don't have to post it on your actual, you know, post. Put it on your story.
But I don't want to be like
put it on your story. Be that guy.
Yeah, I guess I'll look like a dick regardless whether I do it or not.
Right. But then you look like that guy who's always at the gym grinding it out every day.
I'm studying. What are you doing? You know? Like,
early bird gets the worm.
Yeah. You know,
4 a.m.
I'm up at 2 a.m. studying. What are you doing to sleep? Fucking loser. Yeah. No one cares about that.
That's true.
So, you know, like the beer, it's like more people can like, I guess, relate to that. Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, fucking invite me next time you go. Oh, that's cool. They just opened up a new brewery. Fucking good. Let's go check it out or something, you know? But like,
when it comes out to it, you're going to post what you're interested in.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's what you're interested in.
I always post things that I find interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why, like, people, like, on my Instagram, it's just me fucking going to breweries, but, like, during the week, I'm fucking
like
grinding.
I like making food at home. I always post
Do you really? You like cooking?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I always like that. Like, even with food and beer, like, I like, I wouldn't say feeding people, making some food and being like, dude, try this. What do you think? Yeah.
You never do that for me when I go home.
Yeah, well, that's different. Yeah.
That's not different.
You're not a chick.
Not a chick.
Okay. Well.
There you go.
So, I think with food and then beer, that's why I like that too.
Yeah.
And then
more people just can relate to the whole.
There's a bunch of random stuff that I like doing, but I just don't show people or tell people, you know?
Yeah.
Or little gardening stuff at home that I like to.
Do you have a garden at home?
No,
he has like a strawberry,
like tomatoes
patch.
And.
There's certain stuff that I grow. I'm just like, oh fuck, this didn't work out.
Like parsley.
No,
just strawberries.
Strawberries. No, last year I did kale. I did a cabbage. What else did I do? It didn't really grow. The third one fucked up. I forgot what else I did. It was just.
Awful. Well, he grew like some strawberries and they're like getting big, and then the fucking
the area where my mom was like, plant them here. It was like all plagued, you know.
No, it wasn't even plague. It was like the gusanos.
Yeah,
they were coming in and just eating the strawberries.
That's plague, right? That's part of plague.
That's part of plague.
Yeah.
I thought it was like bacteria.
Gusanos.
Dude, freaking.
Dude, we're about to wrap this show up right now because it is getting a little lengthy.
Yeah.
We didn't even talk about the cartel in Mexico shit that we wanted to talk about. You remember that?
True.
We didn't even talk about that. And
you guys wanted to talk about it?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that because my dad's from Sinaloa.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a crazy story.
No, I don't
want us to tell about my dad.
Why don't we do this as a teaser?
Like, dude, don't tell that fucking story.
My dad ain't gonna see this. He doesn't even know how to get on YouTube.
Why don't you do? Okay, let's do this. All right. My name's Fidel. This is Richard. Or I'm sorry, Richie.
Ricardo.
No,
yes, sir.
Erik.
This is Erik.
Erik. This is Talking Again podcast, the TAP. We're about to close out the TAP. That's my new fucking closer. We're about to close out the TAP with this story. Go ahead.
Oh.
The cartel one.
Because if you tell these stories,
just give us a snippet, dude. Give us a snippet of what we're gonna talk about the next time we talk.
All right. You can interrupt if you need to. Last time it happened.